そうだ。テレビ。つけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメスパイ
あやこれ好き。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
That's right, boys. I already see them coming in. I'm ready to see Coke get felted. That's right. Today's the day. Today is absolutely the day. Why am I off camera? This is the gayest shit I've ever seen. There we go. Much better. I will never do that again. I almost felt like Kata for a second. I almost felt like Kata for a second. I was starting to get
we got that G&G sponsorship.
Yeah, thank God, man. Then I realized I can't be Kata. I'm actually here. Anyway, shout out to you guys. Welcome to another episode of SNH. I think this is 178. I'm starting to lose count. It's the Valentine's Day edition, which means everybody who's not here on the panel is pretending like they got better places to be, although one of us actually does, and that's Sheep. He only wanted to make it seem as if he wasn't like the others. So he's here hanging out with us for a couple of months before he disappears like Houdini. But that's okay. That's okay.
Months? Wait, months?
Yes, a couple of months, couple of years. That's how long you're going to be hanging out with us. Absolutely. You're not leaving. You're not leaving.
Yo.
You're staying.
He's not fucking leaving.
For the rest of your life. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's
Yeah,
going to hang out
Dobby is
with us.
chained to his desk. That's true. Dobby is definitely chained to this desk.
He's gonna hang out with us for a couple minutes, and then he's gonna head out and be better than all of us. But it's all good, guys. We got a great show today. A lot of gaming shit happened throughout the week, as it does every week. PlayStation Showcase went live. A lot of video games got announced. A lot of remakes got announced. We also got Blooper Team. This was not on the title card, but this just happened like not that long ago. We finally know what the hidden video game from Blooper Team is, the horror game, and it's literally nothing anybody guessed.
Wow.
So that's that's what it is. And you know what's crazy? It's actually a sequel to a video game franchise that they've worked on twice. And nobody thought of it throughout all this time. Nobody thought of it. So
Yo, that's crazy.
That's crazy. But
what was it?
It's Layers of Fear Part 3. And they are the developers behind Layers of Fear Part 1 and 2. And nobody even thought of that.
They said it was going to be something all original.
No, they didn't say that. They just said it wasn't going to be a remake of Rule of Rose or Eternal Darkness. But anyway, we'll talk about it.
Oh.
We'll get into it. Yeah, it's kind of a letdown. I'm not going to lie to you. But we all kind of assumed that was going to be the case. Usually when things are like this, that are hyped up like this, it's almost always a letdown. But anyway, it's all good. Never would have guessed it. But yeah, we got to talk about a lot of things. Mewgenics, man, what's going on with Mewgenics is ridiculous. And it's just another example of the modern audience losing their mind over a game they're trying to boycott and failed. So we got a lot we got to talk about. But before we do any of that, before we do intros and all that stuff, guys, we got a battle today. Okay. I need to reach out to my Goku fans out there that unfortunately took an L last Saturday because certain people decided to support the other side and, let us down. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. We took an L last week. Well, we're going to take a W. We're going to take a W this week. All right. Today's battle for SNH is going to be the obvious. We've been talking about it all week. Pepsi versus Coke. All right. We need to finalize this argument because this argument has transcended multiple streams. It's gone to Cassie's. It's gone to mine. It's gone to, I'm sure, plenty of. Okay, Cassie wants to yell at me. Go ahead.
Why would you think Goku fans would side with Pepsi? I literally just went to a sushi spot, and guess what? They have Coca-Cola. Every sushi spot I've ever been to
because
has
it's
Coca-Cola, my guy.
They have a better contract.
So
they're the whore.
Better?
They're
bro,
the
that
whore.
don't mean nothing. Bro,
Coke is the whore.
Yo, Goku fans, if anything, would be Coca-Cola fans. Come on, brother. Let's be fucking real now.
With all due respect, we're going to settle this tonight, okay? So we're going to play our opening cinematic, okay? It's not that long. It's only a few seconds long, but god damn it, is it epic. And I swear Pepsi better win. All right, boys,
Polar bear, man.
Bro, that new Tekken game looked fire.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It actually does.
The
That's so
most
funny.
furry
That's
I've ever
understood.
been. Holy shit.
That's so funny. Guys, so here's the rules in case you guys are new to this. So last week, we kind of started this and it was insane and Superman beat Goku and I'm still felt it. But anyway, every super chat you throw in there, please put a name. It doesn't matter if you want to type anything else after that. I don't care. It's fine. We'll read them. But just please put a name, either Pepsi or Coke, at the beginning of the super chat. So at least we know who you're voting for so that it's easier to count everything up because, well, we did a lot of counting last week. It was like 190 super chats or something like that. So please make sure to put the name and we will add it all up and it'll be throughout the entire stream. And at the end, we will obviously decide a winner and put this argument to rest so that we can stop. Well, we're not going to stop arguing, but still, you know what I'm saying. Anyway. All right, let's do the intros. Leon, what do you got, man? What are you doing?
Man, I'm so stoked to be talking about this because I actually watched the State Play. I actually streamed State Play. I did something I don't normally do, which is stream one of the game reveal event sort of things. And I gotta say, I think overall the State of Play was actually real weak. I would give it a 4 out of 10. It had some low lows,
Really?
but it did have some high highs. And in fact, one of them I dedicated an entire first 45 minutes to an hour of on Neon Leon last night. So there's some shit I can't wait to talk about. I think it's going to be a good show. And shout out to everybody here that knows put your bitch aside and actually stream, because that's their fucking job. And that comes first.
There's one particular game I want to have a conversation
Sheep,
with
you.
You
Don't
about.
count. Sheep, you're actually happily married. You don't count.
Listen,
What are we doing here?
there's one game I really want to talk with Leon about. We'll get to it though. We'll get to it. Gunnar Dammit says Cope Leon 7 out of 10. There you go.
Yep.
Sheep. What are you doing today, man?
Well, I showed up because I wanted to continue my streak of, attendance of being not black. So here I am. Hello.
Shout out to Ryan Roger Black. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Perfect
I mean,
attendance.
I guess that's the premise we're running on, since the black people are never here, except I'm always here. So whatever. That's the lore today. Manga of the week. I have one. Boom.
Oh shit. Wasn't expecting that.
Mashima Heroes. This is actually done by the artist for all three, or the writer and artist for all three of these series. Eden Zero, Fairy Tail, and Raid Master.
Nice.
And it's pretty much a crossover of his three main heroes in a situation where they now have to figure out how to beat this motherfucker who can basically create anything he wants. So that's pretty fun to get into. It's a one shot, so you don't have to do anything extensive as far as finding it. Worth the read for certain. And on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, because that is all the time I got. I gotta go spend time with my lady.
You know what's crazy? When one black leaves, another joins. Wow, look at this.
Yo.
Man. Wow, this is crazy.
Let's fucking go.
Talk about the timing.
That's crazy.
Sheep, I thank you for joining, man. And have a good time. Have fun.
Take
Do
care,
your
brother.
thing.
Much
And-
love to all of y'all, man.
Bye, sheep.
Appreciate you, man.
Happy day to
Sebi.
everybody. Bye.
Sebi, what do you got going on, Sebi?
Yep. I've been playing Resident Evil. The game is been really fun. And can't wait to talk about the state of play. And also Coke is better. I don't know why you think
Get
that.
the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what is with the Latin
Let me
bitches?
clarify,
What
let me
is going
clarify
on with the
something.
Latin women?
We know
Not
that.
only is she wrong, about Coke and whatnot, but she is just fucking awful at Resident Evil. I watched her play it for about an hour yesterday. Don't get me wrong. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see more people indulging in the classic Resident Evil games. She's playing the first one. Sevi, it warmed my heart to watch you playing it. But holy shit, guys. She
First
fucking
off,
sucks
you're
at
not
it. She
beating the
sucks at it
illegal
so bad.
allegations.
Well, I was trying. I was
Go for
trying
it.
to do it with the keyboard, and the keyboard sucked, and the controls, like the pop-up, the controls for the controller were also like all wrong. And I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here.
after she her just terrible performance playing it yesterday, I popped on the game and started playing it myself and beat it in about 3.5 hours. Like, okay, I've got a hankering to play now, and I need to not be heavy.
Wow.
I'm
It was great.
I'm
Sevi.
just hurt. I'm hurt right now. I'm hurt.
You're
It's
mean.
unbelievable.
I'm Team Pepsi with you, Hypno. I am. I'm Team Pepsi.
I bet you fucking Wizard out of that goddamn cup he's drinking Coke, the son of a bitch. I know.
I just poured it. You weren't paying
Yeah, he
attention.
I knew it.
Let's fucking go.
What the fuck is going on here?
Coke dominance.
Oh my god, bro. This is insane. Wizard, go ahead. What's going on, man?
Dude, I'm the real life fake wizard, and I have a Kotaku fact.
Yo, Sevi's got a fucking can too. Oh my god.
It is now time for everyone's favorite segment of the week. Welcome to Kotaku Facts, brought to you by the real-life fake wizard. He's not really a wizard, guys.
All right, Wizard, what do we got today, buddy? Let's see
This is a
what's
really
going on
quick
here.
one. Really quick one.
You say that every week, and that is not true. But let's go.
Because people don't shut the fuck up and just let
Because
me
we like
riff
to
for a
argue.
minute. Because you guys want to argue. Here we
all right,
go.
you
This
got
is
1
Cook-
minute uninterrupted. Let's go.
Yoshi, Mario Galaxy popcorn bucket looks like he ate a crazy edible. What? Fuck kind of fucking journalism is this?
It's
He
not
looks
even
like Yoshi.
Yeah, he looks like Yoshi.
He
Can I
doesn't
ask
look like
one-
he
I've
ate
never
an
bought a
edible.
popcorn bucket.
Can I
despite
ask one
every
question? I
single-
know I said I'd be quiet, but can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Can you just make the website bigger so I can read the top really quick? Okay, so go. So they do
All the way
actually
to the top?
separate. They separate their articles? Like, do they separate the bullshit from the actual gaming stuff? Like other
This is
journalists do?
on that. This is on their homepage. Like it's considered an entertainment news article.
Oh wow,
This is news.
Oh,
That's why
okay.
it's the Kotaku Fact, because it's a fucking stupid. This
Got
isn't really. This is fucking news. Come on, man. It's cute Yoshi, and they're saying he's it's just degenerate shit.
What is the
clicks.
reasoning? Can I know what the reasoning is? Like, why do they think it ate inedible? Is it because it looks retarded, or like, what's the deal?
None of the angles we've seen thus far make it clear where the popcorn is supposed to go. Let's see. Images of the popcorn bucket started circulating today ahead of any official announcement. You can see Yoshi holding one of his trademark eggs, but he also is giving kind of a 1,000-yard stare, usually reserved for people who ate an entire bowl of brownies without realizing they're loaded with pot. This is news. This is news.
It's hard-hitting news, actually. Technically,
Well,
if you wanna be.
I feel like this is just another one of those like Nintendo revenge articles because they're so pissed off that Nintendo blacklisted them. They're like, well, we're going to turn Yoshi into a drug addict.
I hate on Nintendo, but I like Yoshi. I like Nintendo stuff. I just hate on the company. I want this. This looks
That's
cool.
totally fair.
You know what I
want
mean?
this?
Like I want this shit. It's
I think that's the
it's-
most consumer
cute
thing
as
I've ever
hell.
heard you say.
It is. It is the most consumer thing I want it. It doesn't mean I'm going to buy it, but I want
That is
it.
hilarious.
That is our
Makes
news
sense.
article of the day.
What else you got going on, Wizard? Aside from felting everybody in views.
Dude, we passed 73,000 today. We passed 70 like 4 days ago. We've had some explosive videos. People do
Nice.
not like
Oh yeah.
it's Valentine's Day, right? Now, I said in my Discord video that kind of popped off, I was talking about the T app. I know you guys know what the T app is. Like we all talked about it
Yeah.
a year ago when it got
Sure.
leaked, right? And all the information leaked. I said, if you're a woman on the T app and you have a 9 out of 10 failure rate with the men you date, that's a you problem because you have a 90% failure rate. You need to look inward. And people lost their fucking minds in the comments that I said that. And they are
Especially Trace, who was like, what the fuck you mean inward?
what?
I didn't get that one either. Should I drum them?
In-
Fucking
inward,
ruin
inward.
Did I drum 'em?
everything.
how do you guys not get inward? Fuck you guys.
Oh. So anyway, yeah, that's my comments, like the held part of my comments that are restricted because YouTube's afraid they're too nasty, are mostly women with colored hair losing their minds on me about the 90 percentile failure.
So let me
rate,
get
and
this
that's-
straight. In order
Yeah.
to unlock success on YouTube and get views, we just got to piss off women. And that's it.
Well, I mean, that wasn't my intent. I did have a full like 20-minute video there with really important information, but they don't give a fuck about that.
They skipped that
They were
part.
just
Yeah.
they were like tactical nuclear precision of like, wait, what did you say about a 90% dating failure rate? What did you say about that? That's insult commentary. Wait, what? Go to
All right.
anything else in life with a 90% failure rate. You will be considered a failure.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sorry.
about right.
I'm sorry. That's just how
good.
it is.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
It's just that's just how it is.
How's Fake Portal doing? Good.
We're fucking crushing it there, man. Things have been really good. We got a lot of new users. We're almost we're just about to hit 1,000 games on the
Damn.
platform.
I remember when you were at 500.
That's amazing.
And now we're about to roll out the news feed option that gives developers the ability to leave posts on the feed. So now it's going to be reviews in the feed, developer posts in the feed, and new games when they get posted. And it's all we built our own algorithm for it. So we're
Very
like
nice.
literally on the edge. Oh, we linked. I think I said this last week, but like we linked Steam. So now your Steam account you could use to connect into Fake Portal, and that's pretty cool too.
Good shit,
awesome.
man. Keep it going.
Fire.
Yeah, we got a lot going
Cassie,
on.
with that Coca-Cola hat. What do you got going on? Oh, here we go.
There it
Let's
is.
get There it
Diet
is. The
Coke,
spritz.
baby.
Here we go. The spritz. Go ahead.
You
do
know
it.
what that's the sound of? A
Yeah, I
soda
know
that's
exactly
not
what this
made
sound
for
of.
pussy. Yeah.
It's diet. It's kind of made for
Like
pussy.
she literally opened a can and all I heard was that's literally it.
Mm.
That's crazy, bro.
It's
It has
delicious.
bite. Oh man, it's one of those where it wakes you up It gives you, it's like an energy drink without actually being an energy drink because it's like, so carbonated. It gives you that tingly sensation in your nostrils. It is the thing I look forward to. All right. A lot of people think that it's shocking that I was drinking Bustelo at 5. Okay. No, look, I may have been drinking Bustelo at 5, but I was drinking Coca-Cola at 3. All right. I will die drinking soda. Like, it is a promise. All right. I am putting aspartame truly to the fucking test with my life, whether it's truly diabolical to the body or not. I promise you that. I will never stop drinking soda.
And that's why you need to vote for Coke.
Yeah, vote for Coke.
Literally all I fucking
Hey, motherfucker. And
the entire time.
look, I got something even better for you, okay? Because I came fucking swinging tonight, all right, brother? Straight up. Came fucking swinging, brother.
What
yes,
the fuck
sir.
is this?
Yes, sir.
Oh
And
my God.
my Coca-Cola head is bleeding through because Coca-Cola is strong, motherfucker. Yes, sir. I came prepared, bitches.
Pepsi's not getting shit tonight.
Nope.
Pepsi, I need help. Atreus, how you doing? What?
Let me explain to y'all plebeians how great Pepsi is.
That's fine. That's allowed.
Yeah, no, my entire kitchen is done in Coca-Cola because it's got the better aesthetic. And even though an entire room of my house is dedicated to the looks of Coke, and I still prefer Pepsi because it tastes that much better.
Thank you, Leon. I appreciate that. Atreus, what are you doing, man? How was your Valentine's Day?
I'm drinking water.
Pussy. I mean,
Okay. I think he's staying out of it.
My name is Atreus, and I have a nigga fact.
Huh?
Oh, fuck. I don't have a clip for that.
It's all right. I got
All
it.
right.
I am the foot god, Kaida.
God.
That's literally the post. I'm gonna have to work for now. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead. What do we got?
All right, nigga facts, man. Hey, it's getting crazy out here in these streets, man. Niggas is getting shot over fries. Let me play this for y'all.
He's accused of shooting Jarvis Davis at a Fort Worth apartment after Davis would not share his French fries. Fox Sports Peyton Yeager spoke to the victim's mom today.
What?
Steve, and multiple people witnessed this shooting inside of an apartment, including children. So Fort Worth police tell me they were confident in who they were looking for.
Shot a nigga over some fries, man.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And the fact that she's in front of the camera taking this so seriously, as this is like, bro, this is her moment.
This is breaking news.
Where'd this happen?
In Texas, thank God. It's not. They don't got Atlanta over here. Listen, in Atlanta,
it was Kata. Did Kata do it?
Is that why he's not here?
Yeah.
That's why he's not
here.
Man. That's crazy. What else you got going on, Trey? Thank you for that fact. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. No, I mean, hey man, I spent my Valentine's Day at work, 12-hour shift. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. What happened?
That's what you was just saying. You put in work. No, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I just get out of work. You know what I'm saying? Hey, video channel came back down to earth, but it's all good. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing, so it's all good. You know, subscribe.
I appreciate that. That was good. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Let's do gifted games first. We're gonna go in reverse this time. We'll do gifted games first. Anybody got gifted games? Let me know. We'll do that first, and then we'll do super chats. Count up. We already have 40 super chats for the night, so this is gonna be a long one. But what the fuck? Why do you have pictures of so many men on your computer?
I'm just ready to go, dude. I'm just ready to go.
Why do you have that one? Oh my God,
we unlocked the new one tonight.
Oh my
Jesus Christ! This man has got more picture of men on his computer than I can even imagine. Anyway, gifted games, Leon. Jesus Christ, man, that's a banger. Let's go.
Yeah, starting off strong.
George Torch, though. I said not according to George Torch, though. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Apparently not. No, this was the game that, like, I think there was a the sequel is a really strong opener for State of Play. Like the sequel, I didn't know it was a sequel. It hooked me. My chat was like, "No, you gotta play the first one. This is a sequel," which I had no idea. So I was like, "Well, shit, I'm gonna have to play the first one then because the sequel is really, really good." And Solozzi gifted it to me, so shout out! I'm very excited to play this. That way I can get into the sequel.
I actually played that last night.
People in my chat were telling me all the streamers like, "Yo, hit those playing Kenna."
Yeah.
Kenna is one of the first games I actually reviewed on my channel when I started doing YouTube.
No shit.
Yes.
So many
yes,
folks on X were saying there was a sleeper hit from like 2021, like
Absolutely.
Snow the DJ, and I was like, I'm down, like because.
So what is this? Pixar Simulator?
What was that?
No, believe it or not, this game is actually very difficult. I will personally give anybody here $20 who beats it on the hardest difficulty. It's literally that serious.
I'll remember that because I'm going for all the achievements. So
go for it, man. Like honestly, it really, dude. I beat it on normal, and literally I did a review saying like, dude, this game like put me through the fucking ringer on normal. Okay, that's fucking great. Like usually that's unheard of. Like Ghost of Tsushima, for example, I played on the hardest difficulty. Didn't really even feel like I was being challenged. Like no, this game will give you a fucking challenge easily.
Good.
You know what's funny?
I feel like the opening song of this game is "You Got a Friend in Me." Like you got a friend. Like,
Look, it is a, I don't know how do you say it. It's a shout out to the types of movies that we did grow up with, but it's not really for children like people are saying. Like unless your kid is a fucking prodigy at playing video games. But if we grew up with films that looked sort of like this, the style and whatnot, and it's a love letter to that type of art style.
I just want to do a quick shout out if I can, really quick. Shout out to all the people who were watching my stream last night, because there was at least 10 to 15 of them that said in the chat the moment the game started, how much you want to bet Atreus would completely disown this game and not even try it just based on the art style. And lo and behold, you guys were right. Good job, guys. Wow. You guys know Atreus. Anyway, Leon, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say because I'll wait to get too much into the sequel when we start at the State of Play. But I was just gonna agree with Cassie about like the art style and stuff. Is that this to me a blend of the like classic Disney whimsy, like you said, we grew up with, mixed with a little bit of that PS2 era mascot style, which is like my favorite visual aesthetic. So again, I don't know what the gameplay is gonna be like. We'll find out. But from a visual aesthetic, I think that this game looks incredible. So shout out to Lozzi. Thank you.
Really quick, the graphics, I don't know if you ever played this game. The graphics are very similar to Knack. Have you ever played Knack on PlayStation?
I haven't played Knack in years. Like, I remember playing Knack when it came out and I haven't played it since.
Very similar to that. 100%. Anyway, go ahead. Continue.
Keep in mind, just real quick, keep in mind, with Kenna, that was made by a very small team. What they were able to accomplish visually and what they were going for is phenomenal.
Well, speaking of phenomenal, a boy No Hearts Left came in with both. I know Crisis games, which I was already going to pick up myself. So shout out because they were on sale, but now I ain't even got to do that. So thank you, No Hearts Left. Big Dino Crisis fan up in this bitch. So that's going to be a blast to play through. And then we got our boy, Gal Carimon, coming in with, he says, this is in my top 5 of all time, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition.
Nice.
And came in with Digimon World Next Order. I haven't played a Digimon game, right, since what was it was on like PS1. It was like Digimon Warriors or Digimon. I don't even know what it was. It was a PS1 game. So I've been gifted multiple Digimon games lately. So it'd be great to get into that franchise. We got Crazy Ed Corvin Ruler.
What the fuck
bundle.
is that?
Never heard of this, but it looks like a horror game, horror bundle. So I'm down. And then let me refresh because one more came through. Oh my god.
Saifuda, that's great. That is great.
Not the encore I was hoping for, but I'll take it. Here, you
get
can
that one more.
Your Pepsi. Gay.
Dude.
God damn it.
Shout out, Aaron. Thank you so much.
We got, let's see, Sevi. What's going on? Damn.
Oh,
fire.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yep, I'm excited to play this, so thank you. And I got
oh my god,
Yo, another banger. Let's fucking go.
I should have been a female
I'm
streamer,
so
bro.
excited.
Bro,
I'm so excited.
I gotta share my screen again. I was just gifted one more. And
What
I
do you
want
got?
to give a massive shout out to Angmar.
Oh,
This is one of the
nice,
games
bro.
I've been
I
looking
can't
like.
wait to try that.
Let's
Oh,
go.
nice.
This was a top 3 game of 2026 for me in terms of what I'm looking forward to. So, mad shout out. Thank you so much. Creasol looked just, I mean, it looked amazing. I was sold from, I think we first saw this reveal at Summer Game Fest this past summer. I freaked out at this game. I thought it looked great. That and Ground Zero. So, shout out and thank you, Angmar.
Yeah, I'm excited for that
Hell
one.
yeah.
Wizard, what do you got, man? What's this?
Yes. Twisted Master hit me up with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I would
Nice.
happily accept that.
Hell yeah.
Happily accept that. Nerd Simulator, Crazy Ed. You're 40, living with your mom, and your life is one big meme. Time to change
That RTU?
that. Hell yeah, man. I don't give a shit. I dress like a wizard and make YouTube.
That's crazy,
Do
bro.
what you want.
They
I
made
don't give
they
a
made a
shit.
game about RTU. I never thought.
Yep.
We got Cassie. What's going on?
Yo,
Hey.
Crazy Ed was nice enough to gift me Crystal as well. Theater of Idols. Is this the game that's supposed to be like BioShock or something like that?
It is imagine
Spaniard
Bioshock,
Bioshock.
but gothic
Ooh.
horror instead of like art.
Well, that
deco.
sounds awesome.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. I fucks with BioShock. Hell yeah, dude. Crazy Ed, thank you so much. That's far too kind of you. I really do appreciate it. Holy shit. And I'll accept
Okay.
it whenever it decides to work. Oh, there we go. Hell yeah.
Also,
Thank
you
you,
know
brother.
it's a good game. You know it's a good game because DSP was throwing a bitch fit about it, saying that it sucks in the first like couple hours.
Bro,
or
that's
whatnot.
every game, bro. Literally every game. Come on.
He's
Almost,
bitching no
anyway.
matter what, bro. He spent so long crying about how people weren't supporting him enough to play Dragon Quest 7. Like, bro.
Crazy.
Wow.
Atreus, what do we got? Dino Crisis. Look at that.
Well, actually, I got a burning fucking nose because I just cut up a habanero, and I fucking.
Is that what you guys are
scratched
calling it
my
now?
Hello?
Did a line of habanero or whatever. Anyway.
nose. Yeah, this
What
shit
do you got,
fucking
man?
burns. I got Dino Crisis and Dino Crisis 2 from Crazy Ed. Shout out to you, Crazy Ed. But
Nice.
Monkey Island.
Oh my
What's funny is that's actually a good game. Like that's old school Lucas Games, right? Lucas Arts.
good job. You was late, but you showed have fun and some grape drink.
You know, I think old man Jag needs to be stopped, man. I think he's a menace to society. He's a menace to society, bro.
I will be accepting all of these. Thank you guys.
Dino Crisis, you played it in the past? Yes? No?
I think I have. I don't think I have.
You haven't played it. If you
No, I
think
haven't
you
played
have,
it
you
either.
haven't played it.
Yeah.
Wait, you
No,
never
you're
played
thinking
that?
of Code Violence, right?
You,
That's
I
what-
understand because you don't play horror games like that. I
Who,
understand.
me? Who don't play horror games?
No, Cassie.
I mean,
not
to be
you.
fair, I did play Onimusha back in the day. It's just, it really depends. Like some horror games I'm okay with, and then some I don't know. But I never
Onimusha ain't no
actually.
fucking horror game.
I was gonna
I
say, yeah,
never-
the ones that are actually scary, she won't play.
Yeah,
What the fuck
Well,
says
then play
Onimusha is
Dead
a horror
Space.
game?
I like
Play the
zombies.
Dead Space remake. Then it's not very scary.
Actually, I've been playing that a little bit here and there.
She has.
It's a tier 2 to get me to play horror games.
We got Twisted Master saying, keep coping, Hypno. LOL. Enjoy the cope game. LOL. And
Cope.
gifted me Cope Island Adrift, which is fucking insane, sir. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I will accept it. Oh, wow. Fangiana says, you're the Thermaturge avatar made me smile. This is a gift of Asmon's favorite game. Happy Valentine's to you all. Pepsi Man will pick the Coke Bear in the wood. Well, God, I hope so. And gifted Soda Drinker Pro. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Crazy Ed says, now you can make that coffee, Hypno. Coffee bar simulator.
Hell yeah.
Bro, it literally took me it literally took me one simulator game because I didn't play simulator games before this. I played Power Wash Simulator, and all of a sudden now that's all I get now. Just fucking simulator games left and right. Like, what about this one? What
Have
about
you ever
that one?
played Game Dev Tycoon?
Nope. Is it good?
Yeah, I liked it. You literally play as a game developer, and you got to make good games.
Oh damn!
Was that the game? So there was one of those game dev simulator games where if you pirated it, the way because you know how a lot of games will put in anti-piracy stuff within their games designed to fuck you over as opposed to just like locking you out. There was this one game dev simulator game where if you pirated it, no matter how well your game sold and the game you made and whatnot, you would lose the game because people would keep pirating your in-game game?
That sounded really complicated.
So like you run a game dev studio, you run a game dev team, and your whole thing is to make the best game to keep making sales, right? Like that's how the simulator works. But if you're playing a pirated version, no matter how well your game is received by the audience, you will lose the game because the in-game player base are pirating your dev team's game.
Oh my god!
It was like a troll way to punish people who pirated their own game.
That's a plot twist.
Yeah.
Max K says, in honor of Black History Month, here's a game where you can only play as a loud vandal and gifted Yap Yap, which is that streamer game, the four player,
Friend
whatever,
slop.
5-player, friend slop game. That's what they call
slop.
it. Thank you, Max K. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
What the fuck?
Oh,
is
I
going
forget. I
on?
keep forgetting. I can't accept it. There we go.
Did
I'll figure it out.
everybody go?
Yep. You got another one?
Can we have to just clear this one up now?
Isekai.
This is
Nice.
this is Isekai
Yo.
Slave, and it's from Old Man Jank.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Ever wonder what it'd be like to go live another world and own people again? Wonder no more, my great white
Wow.
man. Enjoy.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's too funny.
As I said, and I will stick by it, Old Man Jank is a menace to fucking society. Okay, I'm just gonna stick to that. I'm gonna stick to that. Shout out to Old Man Jank. Appreciate that, man. All right,
Dude.
we're gonna do some super chats. There's a lot, and keep the votes coming in. We are obviously still doing Pepsi versus Coke. For those of you that are unaware, every super chat you give, put Pepsi or Coke, whatever your vote may be, in the super chat, please, if you want to actually vote. Otherwise, obviously, it won't count. And we're going to start off with Demon Carol with a 2. This says Mountain Shouting or Dr. Bob. Thank you. Thank you, Demon Carol. I appreciate that. We got Nico with a 10,000. Says Coca-Cola. Pepsi is for Vale Garden. Yo, Tape fans. Bro,
Ban him. Ban him.
Yes,
That's
sir.
hilarious.
that's
Straight up.
crazy. That is fucking insanity, bro. Oh my god. That's $11.60 for Coke. I'm just gonna make it 12, nice and even. Forgotten Vet with a 2. Soda is the devil. Drink water. Okay, if you drink water, it's fine. But surely throughout your life, you must have tried one of the two brands. Just pick your fucking favorite brand. It's all good. Thank you, Forgotten Vet. We got Radoka with a 5. Coca-Cola. I get Hypno trying to troll Cassie, but I can't endorse live. Still coping and seething and praying at the base to drink in my profile picture. Is that Smash JT? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather drink Coke. We got Wee Jones with a 5. Coke to mix with the bourbon. Pepsi to drink. But I'm from NC and Pepsi was invented in New Bern, so gotta vote for the home turf soda. Thank God. That's a 5 for
Good
Pepsi.
answer.
Thank you so
That's
much.
the only reason why, not
Yeah.
because of the merits of the actual. All right.
I
brother.
don't care the reason. That is a 5.
All right.
for Pepsi.
brother. Nobody
Murph
actually
Laws
likes
with a
how that
20?
shit tastes.
God damn, bro. $20 for fucking Coke.
Let's
Pepsi
go.
is the sugarly copycat. As I say, drinking my Coke, watching a stream. I like how people try to say that Pepsi has more sugar or like tastes sweeter or whatever. You guys realize that for the longest time, up until probably the last couple of years, Coke was vastly ahead in sugar intake. But like Coke was at 130% of your daily
Still
intake, and
tastes good, brother.
Pepsi was at like 80%, but then they bumped it for some reason to like 120 something, whatever it is.
Well, even this, I just now looked it up. Yes, right now Pepsi does have more sugar than Coke by 2 grams.
Yeah,
Pepsi
they
has
bumped it
41
up.
and Coke has 39. It's
Yeah.
really not that much. 2 grams, y'all ain't gonna fucking notice the difference of unless you a druggie.
I mean,
It
I guess.
tastes
I don't
they
know.
might be
different.
druggies. They might be druggies.
Yeah, Coca-Cola actually has like not a super sugary taste to it. it has a very specific taste, whereas Pepsi, it literally just tastes like black Coca-Cola with more sugar. It's literally what it tastes like.
Haters,
Yeah.
man. War Wizard with a 189 says Superman drinking an ice cold Pepsi, mate. Yes, let's fucking go. I like that. Thank you. That's 2 for Pepsi. I appreciate you, War Wizard. We got Mr. Blue with a 583. I used to be a freelance writer, but I wasn't very good at it. To this day, Lance is still in prison. When does a dad joke become Pepsi? Man, you know what? That's a Pepsi vote. I don't give a fuck. You gonna troll me with that? That's a Pepsi vote. Real Gray goes with a 10. It's time to coke up the drink, not the baby powder, you crackheads.
We
Thank you,
coked
sir.
up, baby. Let's fucking
I
go.
appreciate that. Mervoth with a 2. Coke. Only 2 who could have a V-Day is Sevi and Sheep. Damn. Calling the rest of us losers. That's crazy. Little Jim's Halo with a 2. Pepsi gang. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. We got Kang with a 99 saying Coke. I'll just round up to 10. Don't worry about it. We got Melodic. Thank you, Kang. We got Melodic Method with a 20. Coke. Scritch a scratch. Y'all hear something about some free Coke around here? Scratch a scritcha?
Oh my god.
Y'all realize why Atreus went off camera, right? You got him Jones in there.
Oh, yeah. He is lining up right now. War Wizard with a 189. Pepsi wasn't on the Epstein list, unlike Coke. Oh, damn. That's a felt. I'm sorry. That's a felt. Adding 2 to Pepsi. That should be a bonus, too, but I'm not going to cheat. It's fine. Great Soul with a 2.
Cheat.
Dr. Pepper. Rip. Dr. Pepper. Fuck Coke and Pepsi. Who owns Dr. Pepper?
7-Up, actually. It's not, so Coke, Dr. Pepper's not owned by Coke or Pepsi. Coke just has a partnership with them, like to cross promote, but it's not actually owned by Coke.
Okay, so I was gonna give it to whoever owned it. All right, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I've been to the official
Thank
Dr.
you,
Pepper
Grace
Museum. Fun fact about Leon.
That's a hell of a museum.
Yeah. Super cool.
Mervault with it too. Coke, been to Japan. Kaz is right. Coke Nation.
Let's go, baby.
Listen, Asians can't be right about everything. John Dada with a 2 says Coke. I used to with Pepsi, but now I work for Coke. Wow. Oh, you're gonna have recency bias?
Wow.
All right, that's fine. Recency bias is fine. The most you can have with a 2. Cash, choose the bear. Is that a vote?
I think that's
a vote for a Coke. We're like,
it has to be
easily.
Okay, we'll just go for that. Mervault with a 2. Coke could try Sea Dance 2.0 with those now. God damn it. I keep hearing about Sea Dance 2.0. Kang with a 489. Coke because only commies like Pepsi. Wow. Okay.
wow.
All right. Anubis with a 2. Coke can go up your nose and makes you yell.
The red one. Why would commies like Pepsi? Coke is the one that's red, the commie color.
I don't ask questions anymore. Shadow Walker with a 10. Pepsi. Thank you. The only polar bear I support is the Bundaberg Rum Bear. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's going to Pepsi. We got Sejong the Great with a 10. You had the chance to put Pepsi versus Coke. You didn't use MJ plus Ray Charles. Coke deserves to win. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Thank you for the 10. Ron DFK with a 5. Coke for my mom. Loved and missed. She loved the Coke Bears. Keep in mind, she also asked her ashes to be kept in her favorite cookie jar. A clown. Wow.
Let's go for Coke.
R.I.P.
For Coke, man.
R.I.P. Subtle
Heck
DVC,
yeah,
17 months. Are you inviting Little Hypnotic and his mom to your mansion like you and your mom were invited to raise Ramon's mansion? Inquiring minds want to know.
The fuck are we talking about?
I have no fucking clue. Subtle DVC has his own lore. Dread Seamus for 6 months. Sweet, sweet nose does bears rule. Thank you, Dread. Appreciate that. DJ Conic with a 5. Mountain Dew, because fuck the rules. Congrats making 70K, real life fake wizard.
Mountain Dew is owned by Pepsi, so that's a vote.
It is Pepsi. Yeah, that's
a vote
5
for
to
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Setsuda Shadow with a 2. If I have to choose, wild cherry and cream Pepsi. Thank you. I knew I liked this.
Dude, that's another thing. Y'all can say Coke all you want. Maybe there's an argument for Coke over Pepsi. We're talking classic. But when it comes to the flavored shit, Pepsi way better than Coke in terms of the additives. Yeah, cherry.
You know what that sounds like to me? You're already conceding. But anyway.
Is that a victory speech here already? The night's not over.
Not
I hope you realize that. The night's not
Look,
over.
at the end of the day, I know who's the winner here.
Have you never seen the waifu battle? It's not over till it's over. Okay? Let's
matter.
not talk shit. Let's not talk shit. Subtle DNC with a 2. Pepsi because Coke is for weenie kickers. Thank you, Subtle. I knew you were based. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Toxin with a 2. Coke. Pepsi nasty as fuck. I like this new grift. This fucking guy.
Oh my god.
Thank you. I appreciate that. DJ Conic with a 5. Pepsi real vote and Rumble being dumb for not letting me super chat. Fucking Rumble, man. Been acting up lately. Nick Havoc with a 2. Was that a smoke detector?
Sounds like one.
Yo, whose smoke detector went off, bro?
Yo, son, how you gonna automatically blame a Trace?
It's either a trade or the illegal one. I don't know.
I was muted. I was muted, so it couldn't have been me.
That's crazy. We're gonna find out by the end of the night.
Yeah.
Start paying attention.
Beep.
Let's just watch the eyes. Nick Havoc says vanilla Coke is the best. I appreciate that, Nick. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
We got Lockwire with a 2. Pepsi Coke is used to dissolve rust. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Kick It Dadas with a 5. Pepsi only because they make Mountain Dew. I'll take coffee over anything else, and Goku still sucks. There is no correlation. Fuck the rules. You know, guys, the Goku Feltoning should have stayed last week. Like, why are we still doing this? Got Caramod for a 20 says for Pepsi, man. But the best root beer is Mark's root beer. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it is so weird that like Barks, the sound a dog makes is not the mug root beer, which is the one that actually has a dog for its mascot. And I've always found that odd.
It can get a little bit odd. Dread with a 2 says Coke Pepsi is too weak to even dissolve rust. I like how two different people use the same reasoning, but for opposite choices. That is great. Thank you. Subtle DVC with a 2 Pepsi plus sundresses activates Cassie's love life. That's a vote for Pepsi. War Wizard with a 5 Pepsi Coca-Cola fans have unfaithful wife and on their Twitter timeline.
Are we going to see past Cassie and a
Geologist called Chibi Reviews a Coke fan?
Are we going to speed past it? Yeah.
This is literally an everyday occurrence, sadly. I don't
Every Saturday they bring it up, literally.
Yep.
King Demon Wing with a 5 says Coke, Cassie, this I don't know how to say that word. How you say that word?
Aspartame.
Aspartame. In Diet Coke is the fastest way to become diabetic. Well, I guess we're speed running then, I suppose.
Just excited.
Hickory Excalibur with a 5 says Pepsi also shame on you, Wizard. This is a betrayal of the highest order. I've been trying to tell him. He don't want to listen. Kang with a 5. Coke getting sprayed over fries is crazy. At least let's beat some chicken biscuits. That is crazy.
What?
Mr. Hardcore Mode with a 5. The game has a hardcore mode. Sign me up. Hashtag Pepsi. Thank you, Mr. Hardcore Mode. I appreciate that.
Peace anyway.
War Wizard with a 199. How big do you need your cursor, Atreus? Hashtag Pepsi.
Fuck you, man.
Marky with a 5. We need Kitchen Nightmare for game devs after High Guard. I think we need therapy after this. They need therapy. They don't need another game. Angmar with a 2 says Pepsi all day. Thank you, Angmar. Appreciate that. Dinzel Jis with a 5 says you are cocaine and seething. You just can't accept Coca is better, bro. All right. Thanks.
That's 5 for Coke.
Yo.
That's a 5. Yeah. Panthera with a 2 says A&W Mewgenics is 101,000 plus. Damn.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We'll catch up on super chats at the end. Gudadamas with a 5 Coke. Mellow Yellow is way better than Mountain Dew. God fucking damn it, bro.
Never tried it.
with a 2, a 7-Up Dark Soda, Wise Cherry Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper. Bro, who is this vote for? Like, you got 3 different sodas here. 7-Up, Dark Soda, Wise Cherry.
Anything but the choices.
I saw Pepsi in there, so it's going to Pepsi. Thank you for the
No. There's multiple Dr. Pepper references. That doesn't count.
But as we discussed earlier, Dr. Pepper's not owned by either, so I'm only going with the one that's owned. It's Pepsi.
No, that should be zero.
Pepsi
And he didn't vote.
Yeah,
he didn't
says
vote.
Pepsi in there. I don't know what you guys thought. What are we talking about? It's Pepsi.
This is
Raza with a 5 says cheer wine, but since regular Coke makes me vomit, I guess Pepsi. I'll take it.
Oh,
even if you're unsure, I'll take it. Rory with a 2 Pepsi, but only for soda shop flavor, real sugar. I'll take it. Whatever the reasoning, I don't care as long as it's there. Darth with a 989 says Pepsi Coke is for those that play Reloaded. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Wow.
I appreciate that. What's worse, being on the Epstein files or playing Reloaded? Maybe both. James up. Wait, hold on. Secret Final Pause with a 2. Sony Lissette. Wait a minute. That's the wrong vote. James up with a 20 says RC Cola, but Coke over Pepsi.
That's a Coke. That's 20 for Coke.
Fuck, we were just catching up. There was like a $25 difference, and now it's like a $50 difference. St. Hugo with 21 says coffee. Thank you, St. Hugo. Adair Soto with a 5 says Coca-Cola. I got a full packet of Mexican drinks for my relatives, so Coca-Cola made real sugar cane. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. We got Zalosi with a 5 Coke because I enjoyed vanilla Coke. Dr. Pepper is still superior. You know,
Coke
this is starting to hurt. Scrap Gamer with a 5. I would say Coke, but let me be Crystal. Pepsi Crystal. But no, seriously, Pepsi for the win. Thank you, sir.
Base.
That's better. Chaotic Holy with a 5. Pepsi. Soviet Marshal George Zhukov secretly requested a clear version of Coca-Cola, which Coke delivered on for years. Get out of here. Wow, the lore. So they are communists. Is that what you're saying?
Sounds like to me.
Fuck.
55.
El Mervo with a $55 banger for Coke says Pepsi will need to cope tonight. Long live America. Coca-Cola is true. USA. Son of a bitch. Mervo,
gonna get felted again.
I really thought you were on my side on that. I thought like we had a discussion last night on the stream.
Dude, not only
what
that,
is-
but this is objectively wrong because it's like, first of all, they were both made in America, but also, who's the mascot? Fucking polar bears. That's not American. Now think back to the 90s. You had the Pepsi girl, bro. She's always like, it's always like some down home Midwestern
Coke is
town.
sweet.
Yeah, like she was always like buying from the vending machines. You had your blue collar workers and whatnot. Dude, Pepsi got way more American advertising than Coke.
I'm just saying this hurts, Mervoth. That's all I'm saying. Thank you. Blue
Hurts
Octopussy
so
with a
good.
2 says Coke. You too? Oh my god. The new cherry float Coke is tasty. Wow, this is just Captain Killer Guns with a 2 says Pepsi Man. Thank you. That made me feel better. All right, let's go over to Rumble. Rumble, we got Torino with a 5 says water. As someone raised on Diet Cola, I know all cola is evil. All right, so these water drinkers are getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Deadeye's Lock with $1. I met a girl. Thank you, Torino. I met a girl on Valentine's Day and told me she's worth having me pay her whole expensive dinner. I said she's not worth the accountability she runs from. Team Coke.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yo, fire.
I appreciate that one. That was a good one. I'll let that rock. Genetic Explorer with a 5 Coke. Those that drink Pepsi secretly have reluted as their game of the year. Eyeballing hit.
Damn, dude.
Yo.
Trey Berghalter with a 10 says, "Fuck your rules, Kool-Aid." Why am I not surprised?
No.
Why am I not surprised?
Wow.
You want to talk about sugar, bro? Kool-Aid be all up in there. DB Wild with a 10. I used to be all for Coke, but when I found out that the company funded trans organizations and sticks strong to DEI, while Pepsi pulled out of DEI last year, Pepsi just tastes more like freedom. Thank you.
There it is.
That's what I'm talking about. Base, bro. Base. I appreciate that. Mr. Vegeta with $1. Pepsi. Fuck woke a cola. Mellow yellow is good, but 100 plus flavors of Mountain Dew and counting. I will take it. Thank you, sir. All right, we're fully caught up on Rumble. Thank you, Rumble. I appreciate that. We got a couple of more on YouTube, and we're ready to go. BS Warren with a $4.99 says polar bears are American. They'd had them up in Katovik, Alaska. I was like, what the fuck? Thank you. I appreciate that. I guess that's going to go for Coke. Since I cheated the Pepsi last vote, that's fine. Tanya Raven with a 2. Coca-Cola. I like mine cherry or vanilla suffer. Yeah, I'm suffering, all right. Fucking bastards. James Zob with a 20 says Leon trying to sell Pepsi makes me vote Coke. Leon!
Thanks.
Thank you.
Leon.
Let's go.
I said it tasted like Coke.
Son of a bitch.
Ew.
Damn it. Leon. It's fine. You're trying. I appreciate it, man. Leon's the only one in my corner. Everybody else is fucking whatever. Shadow Walker, though, coming in with the save. Shout out to Shadow Walker. Right. That is a $100 Red Boy Hyper. That's $70 for Pepsi in USD, ladies and gentlemen. He says, Pepsi, fun fact, Bundy rum is actually cheaper to buy in another country than Bundaberg, where it's made because of the beer tax in Australia. That is a fun fact, actually. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Good super chat there. Pepsi's in the game. Pepsi's back in the game.
Saving the day. Saving the day. Iron Man with a 2 says Coke because Atreus said so. What the fuck were you doing?
Ew.
What the fuck was that? Anyway, $2 vote for Coke. All right, we're going to do a couple of more, and then we will catch up later because we got to get to the topics. Damage Control with a 2. Faye, go.
Fago, yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hickory Excalibur with a 50 for Pepsi. Shout out to Hickory Excalibur. I appreciate that. You fucking legend, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Twisted Master with $100 Red Boy for Coke.
Let's go. Fucking beast.
You
Hell
know,
yeah, dude.
every time we get close. Every fucking time we get close. Shout out to Twisted Master. Thank you for the Red Boy Hyper Banger. I appreciate that, my man. That is insane. You guys are going crazy. I appreciate it. Rhonda the Lore Keeper with 3 months says, we Lore Keepers fight to reclaim lost history. We fight with our flesh and blood. We will live no matter what comes of us. That is a lot. But I appreciate the 3 months. Kyle B with a 2. Pepsi as they owned the world's biggest Navy at one point. Thank you. I appreciate that. B.S. Warren with a 10. No, my vote is for Hennessy.
Yo.
That is the
That's actually Coke.
That's
That's
hilarious.
actually Coke.
Is it owned by Coke? No way.
No, I
There's
made
no
that up,
fucking
but I
way.
wanted the money.
Oh,
You're just making a joke because they always put Hennessy and Coke together or something? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, it was $10.
They're not getting the vote. Wizard.
well, okay.
Yeah.
Subtle with a 2 says Pepsi because I have my own hypnotic lord. Thank you. I appreciate that. Murbaugh, you son of a bitch.
Let's
man.
go.
No, nice.
What is happening?
If this isn't a vote for Pepsi right here, guys, I mean, share my screen, homie. Y'all
What is
voting
that?
Coke are losing out.
Oh, snap. Look
What
at that.
the fuck?
Just send to me on Discord. I'm gonna be real. Like,
Get that.
Cass,
What?
we appreciate your endorsement.
Oh my
appreciate your
goodness.
Even Coke Classic Cage endorses
No
Pepsi,
way.
guys.
Bro, he's literally hijacking my community's pictures,
No,
trolling me.
I saw that.
Literally
I think you mean
trolling
thigh
me.
jacking. That is thigh jacking. Looking good, girl.
Oh my god, dude.
Mervoth, you're insane. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That is legendary. Even if it's for the wrong team, it's fine. I appreciate it. And then Aripa with a 2 says Michael Jackson's 1984 Pepsi commercial. So Pepsi, thank you.
Bro, that literally fucked up his entire life. What are you talking about? That's a vote for Pepsi. If anything, literally the Pepsi commercial almost ruining Michael Jackson's fucking life is a vote for Coke. Because Coca-Cola would have never did that.
That's right.
All right, boys. Here we are. The final numbers so far are Coke is at $463. And Pepsi is at $256.
Yo, get smoked.
I don't know if I can dial. I need I need a hero. Stop cracking the fucking cans. I need a hero. I need a savior. I need somebody. Please help anybody. God damn it, bro. What is this last one? Amelia British, not skittish. What a 20. No, Henry Weinhardt is the best RB. A&W honorable mention. If I have to choose cola, it's woke. Because Pepsi sounds like a drink that Smash would take if he were out of wine. So you're voting for Coke then? I'm going to assume it's a Coke. It's a Coke vote. Thank you, Amelia. I appreciate that. All right, we are fully caught up, boys. Let's get into the topics, man. I know where I stopped at Super Chats, so I will continue to count as we get through the stream. So we'll get towards the Super Chats towards the end after the first 2 topics or so. All right, let's talk state of play. We got a state of play. We had a PlayStation state of play. There's so many opinions out there regarding state of play, but let's talk about what we actually liked so far. If you guys want to go one by one, we got a small panel today. It should be easy, I hope. Starting with Leon, what games looked good, man? What are you interested in? What caught your attention?
Well, I mean, out the gate, again, Kenna, I thought that because I never even heard of the first one, didn't know it was a sequel, but that visual aesthetic. Here's the thing with what I saw from the gameplay. I am worried about it being kind of like repetitive and generic. Just from that trailer, it looked like Breath of the Wild meets Souls-like, which seems like that could get boring after a while. But I also hope that I'm wrong because we didn't see a whole lot, and I'm not familiar with the first one, but. From a purely like visual aesthetic, from the way that I was like, damn, this feels like a throwback to that golden age of the PS2 mascot era. Even if the gameplay loop is a bit, boring or generic, as long as it's got just enough to keep me going with the story, the characters, that art direction, I'm all for it. So I think that Kenna was a fantastic way to open the show. And then there was
what I will tell you, just really quick, since you're on the topic of Kenna. So it's not a Souls-like, unless they change something in the sequel, then I don't know. But it's not a Souls-like.
I like dodge, rolling, and parrying is why I thought that. So right,
so there is dodges, there is parries, right? But there is no stamina bar. So that's the biggest thing, the biggest change. It is really more about planned attacks versus dodging and parrying, although parrying does play a big role. Because each boss has like certain weak points, especially when you unlock the bow. You can attack certain weak points and whatnot. And it's more so about the exploration. It's all about the world building and whatnot. The world in the first game was amazing. Like it really was. It was almost like a painting. Very well done. A lot of verticality, a lot of hidden things, a lot of things you can, find and whatnot. It really, truly was about the exploration, number one, than anything. So, yeah, I wouldn't really call it a Souls-like. Now, comparing to Breath of the Wild, I think you're definitely on the nose there. So you would feel some sort of like familiarity with that. Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, no, I mean that's really it. This game really took me by surprise once the state play started. Because like I said, I streamed it. My in thoughts were, man, this state play had some really low lows, but the high highs were there. And I think this was a banger way to open the show. I love the character design. I love the idea. I love the aesthetic. So we'll see if the story holds up. I'm going to obviously be playing the first one real soon, especially as it was given to me. So shout out to Lozy. Thanks for that.
I'm glad that they kept their art style, even though they very much upgraded the graphics, which is crazy to say. So
yeah, I mean, art direction, just like we were having this discussion with that game that shall not be named, Cassie, a couple weeks ago. Art direction is more important than the like graphical fidelity or anything, or hyper realization. I think this is exactly the sort of game that I would have played in 2006, and it's the sort of game I want to play in 2026. But there were some other bangers that I wasn't expecting. John Wick and a return to DOA were both out of left field for me. I had no idea that either of those would be showing up, and both of them sold me. I thought they looked fucking awesome.
Now, the DOA announcement, that's not necessarily a DOA 7, right? That's just like they specified that they're working on another DOA project, but they didn't say like it was actually going to be a, like a numerical entry, did they?
They didn't say that. They just they said there's a new. What was that? Go for it, Cass.
No, it's likely going to be though.
That's one thing. I'm thinking it is going to be DOA 7. Just from the way that they focused on that quick little marketing bit. They learned their lesson with 6. It seems like the fact that they're re-releasing DOA 6 with all the DLC and stuff included because they had some scummy monetization. I get that that game was toned down. Yeah, that game was toned down. So when they brought out this one and they instantly fixated on some titties, that was absolutely nice. So if we're getting a return to form, that's great. This looks incredible. I think there was one called like Rev Noir anime game. Looked really, really good.
I'm actually surprised it took them this long to make a John Wick game, personally.
Well, so all right. So we were talking about this on Badger Show last night. This is how John Wick needs to be continued, like this or as anime, because Keanu can't do this shit anymore, right? Keanu can't do this shit anymore. Plus, this is likely a prequel. This is likely what led to him getting out of the life, because there's nowhere else to go with John's story. If anyone's seen John Wick 4, he fucking dies at the end. So if you're giving us like John Wick, what his life was like when he's part of the mob, when he's straight up bad guy John Wick, and you give us some character progression, this is how you do prequel. You actually add more character depth, more lore, more story, more world building. So like just from purely, I like the John Wick world, even if the movies get progressively worse. It's an interesting world, interesting characters, and there's a story to be told here. What John Wick was like before he left and had a wife and stuff.
Honestly, I just think I don't want to say the perfect character for a video game, but I mean, just watching the movies, that you kind of feel like you're watching a video game almost.
Yeah.
Like you're the main character just mowing people fucking down. You know what I mean? So I'd always thought that it was a really good IP to adapt it to a video game. So I'm just shocked that it took this long. That's all. But hey, it's coming. So that's good. Hopefully they do it justice. What was the other one you were interested in? Oh, DOA. That's right. Yeah. It was a very short trailer.
There was one more that was a sleeper surprise for me. I don't know if the game's actually going to be good, but it looks like it is. So I'm hedging my bets on it. And that's Darwin's Paradox. I didn't know about that game? No, I had no idea what Darwin's Paradox was. That was my first time seeing it.
They announced that game last year.
Really? Actually. Yeah, that one completely flew under the radar for me. I had never heard of Darwin's Paradox. And again, character design looked fun. It looks like it's like witty, humorous.
Ironically, it has graphics jokes similar to Kenna, where it's like that kind of, I don't want to call it Pixar, but definitely that animated style.
Well, so I mean, like, between Kenna, this, and then the Game Awards, there's that one that was like the Badger that was going through all the different video game universes. Obviously, I like this sort of mascot era style gaming. It's just a visual aesthetic I really like. So it's enough to give me hope.
That's fair. Atreus, what do you got?
I haven't seen the state of play. Sorry.
You had one job, man. Yeah, one job. Like just one. One job.
I was working. Sorry.
How dare you? How dare you work?
Yeah.
All right, Sevi, what do you got?
Yeah. Well, Leon mentioned some of the ones that I liked already. Kenna looked fun to me. The art, I would say it's not an art style that I generally would gravitate to, but it still looked like fun. So I'm kind of curious more about what the story is. The first time I saw it was on the trailer, but it looked good. John Wick, I'm also very excited to play that as well. The Silent Hill one, I'm sure they will butcher it. I'm sure it's not gonna be particularly great, but I'm still going to be playing it. So I kind of want to see a little bit more about what they have in store for Silent Hill, even though it's not Silent Hill. It's basically like it's like Saint Anna.
Well, that's what I want. That's what I wanted to talk with Leon about, because I know like Leon has that history with horror games, and
yeah,
I have so many thoughts about Silent Hill, but we'll keep that.
So many reservations, honestly.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll
keep
get to that
later,
a little bit later.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
continue.
but I will. Yeah, so I'm still gonna play it. I just don't. It doesn't really seem like it's Silent Hill per se, other than the fact that they're just using the red color, and it just completely took it out of Silent Hill. So I was really confused about that. And another game that I was really disappointed on was, I think it was. I think the game was Marathon.
We're covering what we liked. Not
okay. That's disappointed. All right. Okay. Yep. So I think those are the ones that I'm looking forward to, and then I kind of also curious about how they're going to, what they're going to do for God of War, the trilogy. They didn't really say much about the game at all. Oh, you okay, dude? So I'm hoping that they don't really take out scenes, and it's a game that can be played again. So yeah, so we'll see, but I'm looking forward to that.
All right, fair. Wizard, what do you got, man?
Yeah, I'd like to use my time to talk about the God of War remake. Not particularly
in a good way or
in a good way.
Okay,
I want to talk about not the game, not even the Sparta, because we don't know anything about what the remake's going to be, and like we can have doubts about it. The presentation of how they announced this remake is something I wish all of these companies could learn from. Don't bring out a game director or an artist or a business person. Bring out somebody with some charisma, damn it. And they brought out TC Carson, who, like, the dude just has charisma pouring out of his fucking face.
All right, I need to correct you, man. I need to correct you. I'm sorry. I know you're white, but listen, just like I said on my stream, okay? The Wokies have described exactly what that is. All right. Now, granted, when they described it, they were talking about Miles Morales, but according to them, it's not charisma. Okay, it is the black swagger. Okay, it is the black swagger of a teenage black. Like, I know he's not a teenager. He's not a teenager, but you got to call it black swagger. Okay, that's what it is.
Nobody says swagger anymore.
I'm
just saying that's what the Wokies have classified it as.
I'm gonna say it's charisma because the example that I'm about to make is that it goes past just this one time, right?
Okay.
For most games, you have it's the business person comes out, or hi, I'm here. Look at Nintendo, Pokemon. Hi, we're with the Pokemon Company. Please watch this presentation. And I granted that's a Nintendo thing, but PlayStation does it, Xbox does it. We don't need to see Sarah Bond come out with Xbox. Okay, we don't need to see Phil Spencer. These people have no charisma. They are not exciting. They're boring.
Well, that or honestly, the PlayStation State of Play, it was like fucking two swaggerless whales that they dragged out.
And then they cut to him, and you're like, dude, I am hyped. Like my doubts are put aside for a second, because this guy's made me excited to come back to God of War, even though we know they're going to downplay things and they're going to. But it makes me be like, oh man, he said it's going to take a minute before we hear anything.
Yeah,
take your minute there, TC. Take your minute. Go for it, man. We're back.
We're
going back to God of War, man. We're going back.
Man,
actually, I'm sorry. It wasn't black swagger. It was exaggerated black swagger of a teen boy. Sorry. So this is what you call exaggerated black swagger. We got to make sure we have our terms.
He looks so fucking high, though, Loki.
He looks high as fuck. He was like, "Yeah,
this
baby."
Is proper marketing. This is everyone was excited about this. This is what gaming should be. It should be a little fun. He should be able to walk out and be like super high and have a great time with what he's saying. Why can't we have more of this? We got to go back to Sarah Bond. We are so excited to be dropping. You know what I mean? This is fun shit. This is what it should be.
He's like, we're coming back with
Yeah,
something
man.
strong, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
I
he's gonna be like, let
Oh,
that
God.
soul glow.
Yeah,
oh my god.
baby.
Just
Play it
let
for a
it
minute.
shine through. God, I miss Soul Glow. It was funny. Yeah, no, this was a funny trailer. At first it was like, bro, are you good? Are you seeing straight? And then after all, I was like, it doesn't matter.
He is really good.
He's having a great time, and we were having a great time. That's what
Yeah,
it should
no.
be. That's what these shows should be.
He definitely lit up before this. But yeah, no, I would agree. It was definitely it kind of was a letdown though in a way because this part was good, but then what they showed afterwards with the side scrolling God of War adventure thing, I was like, bro, really? You use this guy who is having a great time to lead up to that? Like what a fucking letdown. Anyway, we'll talk about that. Anything else, Wiz? Oh no.
I thought the Legacy of Kain stuff was pretty good. I know I have a lot of friends who are very ardent Legacy of Kain fans.
Yep.
And they said something very specific in there that gives a lot of these people hope, a lot of the fans hope. The fact that they deliberately referenced the trailer or the demo for an unreleased sequel as being part of this makes me think that this franchise, should this game sell well, it's going to get the Spyro Reignited treatment, and they're going to do something like they're going to continue it. You know, the Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time. Like this might be a setup for a sequel. Like they're literally hinting at, if you buy this, we will continue it the way it was supposed to continue. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's finally some like optimistic news in gaming. I would say that.
And to add to that optimism, and at least I find this to be an optimistic thing. I see how people can read this as a negative thing. If this brings a new like generation gamers and whatnot to the classic Greek era of God of War, you know, it was actually good, and then Amazon starts their shitty ass show with the Ragnarok era, which is what they're doing, you'll have a whole new influx of fans being like, but what about the Greek stuff? Where's that? And I can't wait to see that. So
yeah, we'll see. Cassie, what do you got?
So as people know, I do love the first Ken of Bridge of Spirits. So you know, we hadn't heard anything from Ember Labs in years. So mind you, like Ken of Bridge of Spirits is made by like 15 people, give or take. So that's pretty insane that a game of that level of quality and caliber was made by such a small group. And so to see like this sequel where clearly, you know, you're riding on mounts and battles and all sorts of shit. It's a bigger world. The visuals look more grander. This is what you expect from a sequel. A lot of PlayStation sequels, you know, this generation have been relatively samey, letdown-ish, or worse than the original games, which has been disappointing. Whereas Kenna, right away, they're just like, hey, we're literally stepping it the fuck up, and here's the proof. Like, I didn't need to see much to be able to tell. So that's exciting as hell to me. That's easily a day one. And it's not going to be a PlayStation exclusive. So I get to play it on PC day one, it seems like, because the original game was first timed exclusive on PlayStation, then went to PC, and then eventually went to Xbox. So that's pretty cool. You guys also mentioned the John Wick game. I was getting like Sleeping Dogs vibes from that in the best ways possible. So that's an easy pickup for me personally, since I do like the John Wick movies and whatnot. And Keanu looked good. The gameplay looks really fun. We need some good fucking crime thriller action games. Like I'm so missing like crime thrillers, man. I love them in film. I love them in video games, and we do not get enough. The only ones I can think of is like Yakuza and Judgment.
What are your thoughts that this John Wick game is probably going to be a better Mafia game than the most recent Mafia game?
I mean, please, because I've been so fucking let down by that new Mafia game. It sucks. It plays like cinema slop. Like I don't understand the concept of video games wanting to be cinema style. Meanwhile, the best video game stories to me are just mediocre movie stories at best. So please stop doing that bullshit and give us good, fun, compelling gameplay first and foremost. And do try to make a good story, but don't make me try to play a fucking movie. So that's going to be awesome. Like, it's crazy enough that the video games that are based off of film are more gameplay-esque than like the video games that aren't based off of film. Now, I don't get it, but either way, I'm digging it. As long as everything looks good day one, and it's not. Hopefully, you're not running on Unreal Engine 5, which it probably is. But either
Probably
way,
is.
either way, I'm probably gonna get that shit day one. So Legacy of Kain Defiance was actually my first Legacy of Kain, and I kind of worked my way backwards. So that's really cool. That's easily like something that I wasn't expecting. I think that there was a lot of things in this state of play that caught me off guard. Like this isn't like a PlayStation showcase, because a showcase, you know, they don't do showcases anymore because they don't have like that level of excitement anymore this generation as they did last generation. But last generation, a fucking PlayStation showcase was a big deal. And this is like not quite a PlayStation showcase, but it's fucking close. This is what every state of play should be, realistically, unless you do have something better in which you call it a showcase instead. But Defiance, I mean, my only concern, it's, you know, Crystal Dynamics behind it. So I'm very weary of what's going to happen with that, because Crystal Dynamics is too pussy to actually just live up to what their franchises are supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
Tomb Raider being the biggest example, sadly. What else we got? I'm trying to think. Oh, Rayman getting a nice little comeback, a nice 30th anniversary. I mean, a lot of people forget Rayman, bro, and it's like, it's so sad, you know, but Ubisoft, it's all Ubisoft's fault, because the last two Rayman games were really fun. And I remember playing Rayman on PS1. It was such a great fucking...
Cass, is that like if you're excited for it, then like, fair enough. I'm glad, because I want to be excited for it. I love the classic Rayman games on PS1, but the 30th anniversary is just the first game, like just 5 different versions of the first game. To me, that's actually kind of a really weak sauce way to celebrate a 30th anniversary.
No, I agree that it could always be better, right? Realistically, I mean, at the end of the day, I would want a brand new fucking game, and for you to remaster, you know,
or
everything.
even if they're doing a remaster / remake, do like the triple bundle like they did with Spyro or Crash or something. Just not the first game 5 times. That's weird.
For me, I'm glad that they're at least acknowledging Rayman's existence, because it's like, other than like, bro, Ubisoft is more concerned with like rabbits, and it's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, really? Like, where the fuck is Rayman? And at least there is Rayman here. And from what I remember, PS1 Rayman, I remember the loading screen more than anything else. So hopefully the loading screen time is down a lot on this, but I'll support this in hopes that that the franchise gets more in the near future, hopefully. So that's pretty dope. The game that we were all making fun of in my chat, the game with the giant cock was pretty insane.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot that one also looked awesome.
That was good. That was gonna be one I was gonna mention. Yeah, Windless Project Windless.
Yes, that game looks insane. I miss games where you're in this war setting and you're just fighting a massive fucking large scale war,
like Dynasty
Battlefield.
It looked like Dynasty Warriors to me.
Yes. I played this game back on PS2. It's called Spartan Total War. And like, you're a Spartan fighting this massive, large scale war. It was so fun back in the day. It was like, I played that instead of playing God of War, funny enough. And I know people throw tomatoes at me, I get it. But I love like that large scale war combat. So that was really fucking awesome. Shout out to the big cock out there doing his thing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But yeah, that was definitely exciting. I'm trying to think of whatever else.
Yeah, you about to announce every fucking game, Cat? You gonna leave me with nothing?
No, son. I mean, because I have a good eye. All right, I eyed all the good shit.
Why do you wear glasses?
Not when you drinking Coke.
I'll let you have it, my good friend. Yes, sir. And I just finished this joint. Go for it, bro.
Surprised. So for me, Kenna, Scars of Cosmora, obviously. I mean, I think that game it was so surprising, because normally, like with sequels, you can kind of see where developers decide they want to go in a different direction sometimes. And with this one, it seems like they literally just took the first game and said more, and that's it. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I like it. And you can also clearly see the graphical upgrade by a long shot, but they still kept their art style, which I love, because you'll see other games not do that. So that's a little bit, that's a good thing. Obviously, John Wick, Saber Interactive making John Wick. Saber's been killing it lately, so good for them. A big one for me, Metal Gear Solid 4 is free. It is finally free from PlayStation's Grab, and they're putting it on PC for the first time ever as part of Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 to match Volume
I'm a
1.
little mixed on that. So can I ask you a question? Seeing that you sound you're excited for it.
Yeah.
It's great that game's no longer locked to the PS3, right? When that game came out on PS3, that was a must-have game. I don't know anybody that didn't own that game. Even people who didn't like Metal Gear Solid because, frankly, PS3s didn't have games for a while. But is this really a valid Volume 2? Because the first Metal Gear Solid collection had 5 games in it. This one's got 2. I don't know. It seems like a more of a cash grab than it does we really want players to be able to access this shit.
Well, I think it's 3. I think it's 3 games in it. I'm pretty sure. Because you have Peace Walker or Peacemaker, whatever it's fucking called. I forget the one that's on PSP. That was a good one. Peace Walker. Yeah, so you have Peace Walker. You have obviously Metal Gear Solid 4, and then you have Metal Gear Ghost Babel as well. So that's going to be.
I guess I didn't know about that one because I don't know what that even is. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, that's a Game Boy Color game, and it's basically it's an alternate story to the original Metal Gear, and they're adding that as bonus content. So, but I think Metal Gear Solid 4 alone, there's a lot of people that have been dying to play that game on PC. And I think that'll be worth it for a lot of people. Especially for me. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Peace Walker. I really do, but Metal Gear Solid 4 alone is, if they would have sold Metal Gear Solid by itself at cheaper price, I would have bought that, but it's fine. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see Volume 2 of the. Oh, and not only that, they also updated Master Collection Volume 1. They added 4K resolution and textures to all the older video games, including the first Metal Gear Solid video game.
Which did look good. They showed the side-by-side comparisons. I was like, that's a pretty nice upgrade.
Yep. So I'm excited for that one. I'm skipping Resident Evil because we already know about that. Skipping Marathon because
it wasn't that good of a trailer.
Yeah. Control Resident looks pretty good. The gameplay. I do like that he seems to be more melee focused, which is interesting. So I would be curious to see how that plays out, but the gameplay did look pretty good. What else? Rev Noir looked good. That's the RPG. I thought Rev Noir was a gacha game, and then I realized that it's not. It's actually an RPG through and through. So
Rev Noir was the Fire Emblem. We have Fire Emblem at home, right? Because that was really good.
Yeah, honestly, the game looked so good. That's why I thought it was a gacha game. Because you know how gacha game trailers, they fucking banger ass trailers. Shit looks insane. And then you realize you got to almost pay to watch the trailer. That's how it is. But no, the game is an RPG, standalone RPG. You also have, what's the other one? Pragmata obviously look good. Dead Stranding 2 is finally coming to PC. I can't wait to play that. What else we got? Let me scroll down. You mentioned it before, Project Windless, the giant rooster. Actually, Atreus, you didn't even see this, right? You didn't see the giant rooster?
No, but there was a game that I was definitely looking forward to.
Well, let me show you this really quick so that you can give your opinion on this. I'm curious what you think about this. Have you ever seen the anime or the manga Rooster Fighter from the creator of One Punch Man?
Bro, it's not pronounced Yu-Gi-Oh, so he hasn't seen it.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. This is basically the video game version of it.
We are the children of water, born of the goddess. You filthy creatures, faithless, soulless, unclean. This world was never yours to keep. How dare you stand in the way of purity, little king?
Yeah. It looks so good, dude.
Oh my god. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Why does this fucking chicken look hard as shit? Like
It's the
Black
cock of
Myth
war.
Wukong, baby. Black Myth Wukong.
did you say the cock of war? Oh!
So now as you see the trailer, what are you thinking? I think that looks awesome. All right, you got a second, guy. So that game looks cool. And what's the last one? Castlevania. Castlevania also looked really cool.
No one
The
brought
new
up Crimson Moon.
What?
No one brought up Crimson Moon. That looked pretty cool too.
The ARPG that they announced?
Yeah, the one with like the
Yeah.
two night dudes. Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, so my last couple of ones was going to be Castlevania. I think Castlevania looks really cool. Koi Shinobi Ops looked also really cool as well. I don't know if you saw that. Remember that
Oh
one? With
yeah,
the
that one looked
the
pretty
over the
interesting,
top kind of camera. That one looked cool.
Yeah.
Crimson Moon looked really cool. That's the one that was like co-op, right? Where you had like it showed two players playing, I think, at the same time or something. And that's basically it for me. So yeah. I think they had some really good announcements overall. The God of War remake thing, like I can't get excited for it because the thing is, I know what modern day Sony and modern day Santa Monica is like, and I just know that they're gonna look at all them titties, all those problematic scenes that were in the original God of War series, and they're gonna be like, "Yep, that's problematic." And considering how much they supposedly, anyway, butchered the story to the point where David Jaffe was fucking melting down at this prequel they released. I can only imagine if that's their direction, even though I don't think they made it. I think they just kind of supervised that one. But regardless, I just know that it's not going to be what I think a lot of people were hoping for. So, and it says remake. It doesn't say remaster for obvious reasons. So, I learned my lesson with Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'm not going to assume that it's going to be anything that I will remember. So that's where I'm at. But yeah, so that's the good games. What looked like shit? What looked like absolute trash to you guys? Like,
there was
you guys
some
have
shit.
any?
A lot.
Whoever wants to go first, I don't care. I'll let you guys pick. What looked like shit? God of War. How about that? That looked like shit. The last one. The
The
Spice Girls
one. The Sons of Sparta. Yes. That
Yeah.
looked-
To be honest with you, the gameplay, like if you're into like side scrollers, I thought the art was fine. It's just like this is not God of War, like it's like why didn't you put like adult Kratos in there and have him fucking some shit up? It's some dope ass 2D action. Like you have a cool art style, you have cool animations, it's just
You know why, Cass?
missed opportunity, really.
I think it's because modern day game developers are suffering from the same thing that Hollywood studios were suffering from, which is the constant fucking disgusting need to try to tell a new origin story for a famous character that's already existed that everybody loves, and is like, well, if we're gonna subvert expectations, we got to start from the beginning. We need to do an origin story. That's what everybody wants. Nobody wants to see the character they love. They want to see the character before they became the character they love, and they try to like convince you that this is going to be a good idea, and then it almost never works out that way.
Yeah, for real.
But that's what it is. They have an obsession with origin stories. So,
Man, I'll be real. 4-Loop made Marathon look like a game.
oh my god,
Yo!
is that fucking like? Is that PVE Arc Raiders looking shit,
Yeah.
It's the J.J. Abrams video game. Yeah, the Jar Jar Abrams video game.
bro? That game looks so stiff. The characters looked like they were struggling to fucking bend in any way. Like the gameplay looked awful. Like,
Yeah.
I could. It had one cool
Like,
moment,
dude,
and that was the
the-
teleportation grenade. That was it.
The whole gimmick of the game is here's the science behind how you respawn.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I think what was the game called? I want to bring it up real quick.
4-Loop.
4-Loop.
That shit looked awful, bro.
It's not even a cool name, dude. Like Marathon could at least be a cool name if the game wasn't, Marathon. 4-Loop was just
Let's
a
not
gay
lower this.
name.
Trying to bring. There you go. Yeah, man. I don't know what it is, dude. I'll say this. I do like the way like the world looks. It's because I like sci-fi. You know what I mean? I think all those floating fucking whatever it is in the sky just reminds me of the Matrix with the squids and shit, in the sky and stuff. kind of a cool idea, cool look. But dude, these characters are just so fucking stiff. The gameplay looks so stiff. I don't like it. The only cool thing I saw was a teleportation grenade where he threw a grenade and the thing disappeared and went somewhere else on the other map. I thought that was cool. Other than that, it just looks like PvE Arc Raiders.
One of the things they said in the trailer, like I'm being hyperbolic about it, but they basically said, "Yo, in this game, gotta wait for it, skill tree." It's like, whoa! Like,
maybe they thought that was going to be a big deal. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. This game screams to me people that got tired of getting killed in Arc Raiders, so they made their own game and they made it PvE only. That's what it honestly screams to me. And I don't know. Maybe it'll be fun, but I don't know. It just doesn't. Something's missing from this, and I don't think it's the setting. I think the setting is fine. Yeah, passion. I don't know. I think it's something more than that. Like they have the setting. I think the setting's fine. But there's just something missing from. Maybe it's the way the trailer was put together. It's not showcasing the gameplay enough to make it seem different, other than a PvE Arc Raiders. But I mean, I thought this was cool when he got grabbed by whatever the fuck that was. But
and again, there it is right there. The big gimmick is that scientifically explained respawning. Oh, we just regenerate your body in a loop. It's like, man, I also saw Edge of Tomorrow. Like,
it's got the roguelite style cards. You don't want to fight a floating Rubik's Cube?
I wouldn't. A better game, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. So that game looked kind of trash. What other ones were out? Oh, you know what? How can we talk about one thing? Sorrows. Like that game looked kind of shit. Like I don't. Not shit.
Fuck.
It was a letdown. It
Right,
was a
like
letdown.
the CGI trailer for Summer Games Fest was like kind of interesting. I remember a lot of hype around it, and then you see the gameplay is like, oh, that's
it's Returnal. It's Returnal with a guy. Like, why would they make the same fucking game? It's literally Returnal. At first, I thought from the trailer that they showed initially, way back when, I thought that the game was going to be, I don't know, not that. It's like Returnal didn't come in my mind when I saw the trailer for this game. And then they showed the gameplay, and I'm like, "Does this look like Returnal?" And then literally they said that dying is part of the gameplay mechanic, and that essentially it's literally the same fucking thing.
Oh, on the plus side, it's a game that Smash JT could play then.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I know. As long as dying is part of the mechanic. No, but you see, the thing is, you're supposed to learn from the deaths, not just keep doing it, over and over and over. But no, in all seriousness, it's Returnal. I'm like, why? Doesn't make any sense. So that game was a huge disappointment. I just thought it was going to be more than that. I want to save Silent Hill for last because I'm gonna like rage at Silent Hill.
I also didn't like the 007 First Light trailer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to anybody who liked it, but it like the graphics looked like they were made, I don't know, in the 90s or something, and it just looked funky, just looked weird.
Really?
Yeah, the John Wick trailer looked like a better James Bond trailer.
Yeah,
than
I did.
James Bond game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we're talking about disappointments, though, and this one kind of bums me out because I love the team, I love the original game. And Mina the Hollower, it's the same fault that made Shovel Knight, and Shovel Knight's like Shovel Knight was one of the games that got me into indie gaming back when it first came out because it was everywhere. I fell in love with it.
Deal.
And Mina the Hollower, it's like I'm torn because I love the Legend of Zelda games. This was clearly taking more inspiration from like the Game Boy Advance or the Game Boy Color Legend of Zelda era. But I don't like the art direction and the color palette. It's such a visual turnoff that I can't get like invested in whether or not the gameplay is good or fun because it looks like ass to look at. And I get there's nostalgia and there's love for that Game Boy Color sort of like visual style. But the Game Boy Color part of it was the color. And this all just used various like dark reds and blues and grays. And so it looked muddy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else other than Silent Hill. I'm not even gonna bother talking about Marathon, bro. Marathon is fucking Marathon. Like that.
No. Hold on.
We're already bored.
I'm pretty sure this is why Kate has stepped out of today's episode. Not because of Valentine's Day or whatnot, but because I think it was Kate that posted after that State of Play. Wait, maybe we were wrong about Marathon.
He did. I think I saw that. Yeah, he did.
Yo.
Did he actually?
Yeah,
Yes.
he did. Let me find it because when I saw it, I laughed so hard. And I was like, Kata, what are you smoking?
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
was a
Hypno's
new-
like, we're talking state of play on this SNH, and Kate is like, oh fuck, hey guys, I have a girlfriend now. I can date.
Is he gonna turn into a marathon shill? No way. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, he said maybe
fi-
marathon isn't Concord 4. That's what he said. Gaming
Yeah.
Tom, thank you.
Oh my god. I think he's just farming Twitter. Like he's addicted to farming Twitter. He don't want to admit it, but that's what it's about. All right, let's talk about Silent Hill. Because I need some opinions on Silent Hill. So right off the bat, I'm gonna be upfront. Okay, I don't care about the whole fucking conversation about he's black, he's in Scotland, whatever bullshit. Like I know people are saying that and whatnot. I'm gonna wait to see the story before I start throwing that shit out there. Especially since it takes place in modern day. Now, obviously, this was back in the day, it's something different. But anyway, what I care about and I really want to discuss is the first person aspect of this. Because Silent Hill is going first person now with this game. And I feel like that is
rip off Resident Evil. Sorry, go on.
that is such a huge deviation. That is an unbelievable deviation. And I know that people are going to say, well, maybe it makes sense. It's a horror game. It's scarier that way. Maybe they're trying to go after Resident Evil, whatever.
No.
I just don't. You know what it is? It's that I already know that Konami is switching away from what made Silent Hill in the first place. They've been obviously telling people ever since Silent Hill F that, Silent Hill is not a town. It's a I don't know, a thing, or it's an entity or something like that. And that was basically their bullshit, excuse to have Silent Hill take place anywhere they want. Which is where they, went with Silent Hill F, obviously in Japan. So now this is taking place in some place called St. Emilia in Scotland. And again, this is just another. All of this between the whole, it doesn't have to be an actual Silent Hill, and now it's going to be first person. Annapurna's involved. I don't know. I don't know. What do we think about this whole first person thing?
Annapurna being involved is concerning. When I saw that flash, I was like, uh-oh.
Well, and the bitch of the bunch is that this looks like if it weren't attached to the Silent Hill IP, it could actually be a decent horror game. But because it's called Silent Hill, and like you said, no, I'm a Silent Hill fan, I got literally just no interest in this whatsoever.
And that's kind of how it went down with Silent Hill F, because people will ask me like, what do you think about this game? And I'm like, to be honest with you, I think the game's okay. I think it's pretty decent, but is it a decent Silent Hill game? Not really. Like I feel like it's a decent game. If it was named anything else, we'd probably have the start of something interesting here. But I just don't view it as a Silent Hill game. For a multitude of reasons, and then you'll have people who desperately want it to be a Silent Hill game. Be like, no, it's Silent Hill because it has this and that. I'm like, bro, it's not a Silent Hill game.
Well, and
but
it
regardless,
seems like there's been a recent influx of love for classic Silent Hill on the internet, because I've been watching any Silent Hill content or anything, and then out of the blue, my YouTube feed, my recommended feed, is being flooded with like retrospectives of Silent Hill 4, which is, by the way, in my opinion, probably the best Silent Hill game. So it was like, where's all this just out of the blue love for classic Silent Hill coming? Which I'm not opposed to. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
But if we're seeing all this love for it, and Konami's answer is, oh, dude, y'all are talking about all that old shit that you love. Here's some new shit that got nothing to do with it. Fuck you. Like,
I just think so I don't know if you're aware of this, but Konami has a plan in place to release one Silent Hill per year. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I think you did a video on Silent Hill going
yearly release.
Yeah, yearly release. Yeah, I watched that and I thought that was a terrible fucking idea.
Yeah, so
Doesn't
I
that
think
sound dangerous.
Yeah, big time.
That sounds terrible.
I think that the reason why they did the whole change to what Silent Hill was and turned it into this entity instead of being related to the town is that was the only way they were going to get to have one Silent Hill a year, because otherwise, if you were restricted to the town, then you would have to figure out how to tell stories within the town, and I think it's a lot harder that way. Whereas this way, they could just pick wherever the fuck they want and be like, well, I guess it's taking place here now, and then just make up a story quickly with multiple different studios all working on a Silent Hill game at the same time. And keep in mind too, what do you notice about this? Hold on. I don't know if you know who helped make this game, but what does this look familiar to?
Alien?
Correct. Alien Isolation.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's literally this is the same moment as when you're playing Alien Isolation and you're holding the radar
motion
system.
tracker.
Oh yeah, exactly. You're right. Yeah.
Because it's made by some of the devs who made that game, who worked on that game. If you look at a screenshot, I'll show you the comparison. You could easily see like kind of like the inspiration. So
shit.
Yeah, but even
Silent
with that
Hill
being
Isolation.
said, even with that being said, and knowing how good Alien Isolation was, I just don't like the idea of a first-person Silent Hill. I feel like we are now getting to the point where the identity of we already are there, but anyway, I feel like we're getting to the point where the identity of Silent Hill has been completely lost. And Silent Hill, while it wasn't as successful as Resident Evil, always held on to its identity for a long time and kept it consistent. Whereas Resident Evil lost its fucking identity over time. And now it seems like Silent Hill is starting to follow that same trend, trying to desperately find a new identity or some whatever. I think that's really, I don't know, man. This is an interesting one for me. Go ahead.
Real quick, couple of comments out. JT Vega in the comments says woke kill. Guys, just because something's bad doesn't mean it's woke. Nothing about this looks woke. It just looks fucking bad. But that's neither here nor there. Like, because you had mentioned about how Silent Hill could be anywhere. I see a lot of Silent Hill shills on X being like, yeah, well, Silent Hill 4 and Homecoming didn't take place in Silent Hill. So no, they took place right in the adjacent towns. So the effects of Silent Hill and the populace and whatnot
was bleeding over.
We're bleeding over. I'm fine with that. That makes sense. Like, if you're going to do this, we don't want to be restricted specifically to Silent Hill.
Right.
Okay. Homecoming has got some issues and like the fan base, whether people like it, it's too action oriented. I understand that. I still think it makes for a good Silent Hill story at the very least. I think it's interesting. It's got some good scares. Silent Hill 4,
you can argue that the Silent Hill entity in the town is expanding, and now it's like bleeding out of Silent Hill, but not all the way on the other side of the fucking world.
Not fucking Scotland
across
or
the
Japan
ocean. Exactly. I don't know, man. I think this first person thing is throwing me off. I'm still obviously willing to give it a shot and see what they got. Now, if they I saw people, if they turn the story into this whole like internalized racism allegory or something like that, and that's why they picked a black guy, then obviously we'll make fun of it. But I don't think there's that much there. I'm more worried about the gameplay. And to be honest, I'll say this: Annapurna is good at one thing, and it's lighting. I don't know if you've played Stray, or any other video games, but their games have unbelievable lighting. I don't know if they just have very skilled developers or if they do something different, but the lighting in their game is insane. And you could see bits of that in certain aspects of the trailer where the lighting just fucking hits like perfectly. Really, really hits well. This room especially. I mean, they did a great job with it, so I'm not surprised. But other than that, I don't know. First person gameplay is just throwing me off. So,
I'm tired. I wanted to spell this. Oh, sorry, go for it, homie. I've talked a lot.
No. Annapurna has a lot of. You know what I'm seeing here reminds me of Remedy games, and Annapurna and Remedy are super close. They work together on a lot of games now.
Yeah.
So I kind of agree. I think it's that super high resolution. The problem is we're getting to a point where, and maybe this is just me and I can't see shit. When you get too realistic, it becomes too hard to see, and it's not scary. It's like I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Well,
so it's not.
I wouldn't say
that's
it's
a
too hard
problem.
to
I think
see
we might be going into.
I wouldn't say it gets too hard to see so much so as I mean maybe that's what you mean, or maybe this is a better way to phrase it. It's that because there's so little suspension of disbelief, there's so little imagination to it, the horror doesn't hit as hard because everything is in like the fine detail. It looks so realistic as opposed to like why do PS1 horror games work so well? It's partially it is because of your brain having to fill in the gaps to make up for the lack of graphical fidelity.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, sure, that's part. Maybe that's part of it, but I mean, genuinely, sometimes these graphics are just so intensive on the eyes that I have no fucking clue what I'm looking at.
Gotcha.
They're definitely going for hyper realism. Now,
like it's like a movie.
What happened?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask Atreus what he thinks. What do you think about this?
About the silent. Well, keep in mind, I haven't seen the trailer, guys. So I'm just.
You want me to play the whole trailer and then it's
Atreus, what are your thoughts? Without seeing it, make a judgment call.
You can play it on silent or whatever the case may be.
All right, I'll play it on silent.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Yeah, damn.
But no, I mean, like I was enjoying Silent Hill F. So, I mean, keep in mind, y'all, the Silent Hill F is probably it is the first Silent Hill game I see. So I don't know how much my opinion is valuable here at all. But I mean, you know, I agree with Twitter that, you know, seeing a nigga being the main character here is kind of hilarious because no, nigga, absolutely not. Like there's no level of niggadry that would ever allow a nigga to be in any sort of situation like this.
Yeah. Best comment I saw was like, "Oh, this will be the shortest Silent Hill game ever." He'll show up and say like, "Fuck that," and leave.
What
Like,
if he was chasing a snow bunny? Would it make sense then?
No, a nigga would not follow his wife into no bullshit like that. It's over. He's just going to start a new family. It's over.
And
it's obvious this guy has some sort of medical
run
problem.
Away. Unless you can't run away anymore.
He has some medical problem because he still has like the IV hooked up to his hands and shit. So he clearly came from some hospital or something. So now, obviously, Silent Hill, you know, most of this is probably not really happening anyway.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying. But this is the trailer. Let's let it play out.
Yeah, I mean,
funny. Silent Hill is a white people game. That is a funny idea.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know if it's a white people game so much as not. It ain't too many niggas I know play horror games like that. Like I mean, like how much is Resident Evil considered horror anymore?
Oh, dude, just wait until Alimony Simulator drops.
There's probably one. There's probably one.
I wouldn't consider Resident Evil to be horror anymore. I mean, well, I mean maybe 7 did try to go back,
but a lot of niggas didn't play. Like when I say niggas, I'm talking about really normies, y'all. Like they didn't play Resident Evil 7. You know what I'm saying? But but like when it comes to horror, I just don't know too many normies that's like actively playing. I'm trying to think of a horror game that I know normies is playing like that. I really don't know. There's not a single horror game that falls into the Negro Casual collection. Silent Hill. I feel like niggas know Silent Hill, but they don't play Silent Hill, so
they don't touch it.
Yeah. So I don't. You know, it's hard for me to be informed in any sort of way possible. It's just Silent Hill is one of those franchises that I missed, but I guess and I don't know if this went into it at all, but like I guess by putting a black protagonist there, maybe they're trying to tap into a new market. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, you barking up the wrong tree there because I just don't see too many. I can see myself out there playing this shit. I just don't see it.
Well, to be fair, I don't think making sense is exactly on the forefront of their minds because I mean these people have been, you know, trying to push video games, and I don't mean just, you know, Konami or anybody, but they've been trying to push video games in general to audiences that otherwise don't actually play these video games. So I don't think the first thing on their mind is, if we put this character in here, are we trying to tap into some, you know, pre-established audience or anything? I really don't think they care. I think they are trying to go.
I do see a situation though, like, and I think I work around people like this now, and like there are people out there like they dead ass at least on the initial advertisement, like they dead ass see like, oh, there's a black person there, there's a Hispanic person there. Oh, that it's got my attention now. But does that follow through with a sale? I truly don't believe it does. And so I could damn sure see some people going, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? A black dude in Silent Hill, oh, I want to try that. But when the game drop and you see that $69.99 price tag, let's see if you're really about what you say you're about. I don't think you are.
I mean, historically speaking, especially for a horror game, the chances of that is super low because horror games already don't do crazy numbers. Everybody seems to forget that when it comes to horror games, Resident Evil is the exception, not the rule. Exactly. So like when you're looking at a horror game and you see 20K concurrent, 10K concurrent, you're like, oh, this flop. But you don't realize like most horror games, that's what they do. If they're lucky, if they're even smaller without a name, they're doing less than that. And it's because horror games are treated as the kind of game that people will mostly buy when it's cheap and on sale and you can't say no. You know, it's like an impulse buy. Otherwise, not many people are going out and running out to buy day one horror games unless it's Resident Evil. But again, is Resident Evil a horror game anymore? Not really.
In all fairness,
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish, Trace.
I just want to add in one more caveat though. Like, Well, not a caveat, but like one more thing is that I feel like horror games are stuck between this conundrum of like somebody mentioned playing a movie earlier, and I feel like a lot of these horror games are like playing hide and seek, to where it's not going to hold. Like solving puzzles, puzzles and shit don't appeal to a lot of people. Like I don't think that it does. Like go turn this on or go find this key or do that. I just don't. No, you need a horror. I'm not gonna say you need. For most, if you want normies, you got to have a horror game that allows you to defend yourself in multiple ways, and at that point, you're losing some of that horror to it. Because
so Trey, it's funny you say that because like I think you hit the nail on the head in terms of like solving puzzles doesn't appeal to a lot of normies and whatnot. Here's the thing about horror games, survival horror games, at their core, they've always been puzzle games that are in a horrifying situation. Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Fatal Frame, all these games have now. In all these games, you could fight back, you could defend yourself, but you have puzzles that you have to figure out to explore or navigate whatever location you're in, and then being able to shoot or melee attack or whatnot. Those were always options, but you always had to weigh the option because resources were so limited, health was limited, ammo was limited, and so it comes down to like, okay, should I fight? Should I run? And then you're trying to do all this while figuring out the puzzle, so it builds this anxiety. And that's like horror gamers absolutely love that. Once you strip those sorts of aspects away to try and make it more normie friendly, all right, sure, you might get new customers, but they're not people who are they're not going in there for the horror aspect or because it's a horror game. They're going to just move on to the next Call of Duty game afterwards when it comes out. So you're trying to capture a market that you're entirely right. Don't actually care about horror games.
I do agree with that. I mean, I love the Dead Space remake. Like I know there's a lot of people that had complaints about certain stuff getting censored, but I loved it because
people complaining about censorship were honestly bitching and whining about minor shit. There was actual segments that were cut out of Dead Space remake that I think if people actually cared, if they're actually fans of the original, they would complain about that instead of like a gender fucking neutral bathroom. But I digress.
I think that was part of the complaints too, that people was saying certain stuff was cut out.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that, but like me never playing the Dead Space, I told y'all my Dead Space story. I took that shit back immediately. That's how pussy I was as a teenager. I took that shit back immediately and got mad. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. But playing the remake was really fun. But I do agree that it was nowhere near as scary as it was when I bought Dead Space 3 all those years ago. So, and I finished that shit. I played it again. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a second playthrough of it. So
right now,
nice.
Well, and that's why indie horror is killing it because, like, man, when I was a kid and I was playing the original Resident Evil games, the original Silent Hill games, you had these vibes of like, oh, I don't want to fucking move forward. Like, I don't know what's coming next. Like, I need to take a moment.
I'm sorry, I just realized we're saying all of this, but fucking Five Nights at Freddy's was killing it, right?
Guys, I know we're having a serious conversation, but I was
actually
tagged
about to bring up. I was actually about to bring up indie horror as a comparison.
Oh my god, no, no!
I was tagged on this on Twitter. I'm sorry, I had to share it.
Yo,
but classic. I mean, like classic horror games. Classic horror games gave you this vibe of like, man, I don't want to progress. I don't want to move forward because I don't know what's going to be there. And then once horror games started getting more mainstream, like at first I thought it was me just getting older. It was like, okay, I play a lot of these games. I'm not getting scared. Is what it is. I'm just going to breeze through it. But then I start playing these indie horror games like, Tormented Souls and stuff like that. And that vibe isn't brought back because like, obviously I'm not like scared. It's not like in real life. I still know it's a game, but I feel that tension, the anxiety. It's like, shit, man. I know I'm low on ammo. I don't have any healing items, and this is a room I've never been in. I don't know if I even want to open this door right now.
It's like a safe place to feel scared. It's like watching like a horror scary film, right? It gives you that pump of adrenaline, and that's what you get when you play a scary game. It gives you that pump, but you're still in a safe space. So that's one of the reasons why horror does well, in my opinion.
And it's something that like AAA horror hasn't been able to capture. It feels like if I'm playing Resident Evil 9, I can goddamn guarantee you that at no point am I going to be like, I'm worried to go to the next room. It's like if I die, I'll just respawn at the checkpoint that was 10 fucking minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing. Whereas against something like Tormented Souls, Tormented Souls, there were times I was like, this is a room I've never entered before. I'm standing in front of the door. I've got no healing items and like 12 shots in this nail gun. Man, I don't even know if I'm ready for this. Maybe I should try and explore and see if I missed some pickups or something, because I don't know that I can handle what's on the next side. And maybe there's not even anything on the next side of the door. I don't know. I've never been in there.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Trey, what were you going to say? You remember?
I got something to say.
I thought so. Go ahead, Cassie.
So Konami's in a shit situation where the reality is like the Silent Hill franchise is like, besides like those first 2 games, they did not sell well at all. Like that, as a franchise, the numbers wasn't crazy. From what I'm seeing here, Silent Hill, the original, sold around 2 million, which is pretty decent for a horror game. Silent Hill 2, about 1 million. And then it just apparently Silent Hill 3 is estimated at like 800K, and that's the generous high number. And then Silent Hill 4, the room is at 500K. The reality is that if they didn't change, I don't think people would have been remotely interested in Silent Hill. And they're in a shit situation where they can't go to more of like the more indie route, because then people are gonna think, oh, well, they're just treating Silent Hill like shit. Look at the presentation. It looks indie. And the indie games are able to be, solid horror games that appeal to a small audience, because they aren't putting insane amounts of buku bucks into the games themselves. And they'll still make a profit and be able to go on to have long-standing, indie horror game, futures and whatnot. Whereas Konami with Silent Hill, they're trying to do the Resident Evil thing because they saw that, Resident Evil can deviate from what it is and still be successful. So we're going to do that too, because we need to appeal to a broader audience to try and sell more games. And with that, I mean, despite Silent Hill 2 remake being sus as fuck for a multitude of reasons, it's the highest selling fucking game in the franchise, Silent Hill 2 remake. And then Silent Hill F is apparently the fastest selling in the series. So as shitty as it is that Silent Hill isn't Silent Hill anymore for the fans out there, and I'm not a fan, I'm not pretending to be a fan, I'm just an outsider looking at things for what they are. They're not necessarily doing the wrong thing here in terms of trying to appeal to new people.
I think there's a couple variables that you're not acknowledging, to be like, 'cause I get what you're saying.
I'm an outsider. It is what it is.
I
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, and you might be correct. However, the other variables are Silent Hill as a franchise. Now you gotta remember, this is PS1, PS2 era. Sales numbers are not the same as they are now. Selling a milli on a console exclusive game that back in 2002 or whatever is very different than selling a million now, when you've got far more accessibility, far more people have consoles. Gaming is the biggest industry in the sphere, in the entertainment industry, in the entertainment sphere. You've got multiple releases, you got Steam, you got consoles, the whole nine. So I don't really think that. I think that you have to take that into consideration when you're making these assessments and these judgments, because I don't think it makes sense. Like, hey, Silent Hill 2 is the best-selling Silent Hill game of all time. Yeah, it was released on multiple platforms in a time when everybody and their fucking grandma games, compared to 2002 when it was only on PS2 and it was a much more niche hobby.
You know what's going to make this argument? The Silent Hill 1 remake that's coming out. If that game sells well, either as good as Silent Hill 2 remake or better than Silent Hill F, it'll show that people do want, like the classic stories of Silent Hill in Silent Hill. Not so much, I also think Silent Hill F sold the way that it did because it really appealed to the Japanese market, in the sense of like, not just from a lore perspective, but also the person who was writing it. He's very well known, and I think it really pushed out there pretty well. Because if you look at the charts, Famitsu, Silent Hill F was going crazy, like gangbuster numbers for a couple of weeks. Even I would even dare say probably better than here. So, but regardless, the sales is a sale, so it doesn't matter. So they clearly hit a market, even if it wasn't necessarily this one.
The franchise, the reality is, up until they started bringing back Silent Hill, was on a massive downspin, like from the beginning. I mean, the fact that the original sold 2 million copies shows that there was an audience there. People really loved the game, despite being a horror game and horror games being relatively niche, and obviously the market being a totally different place back in 1999, it still sold 2 million units. That's no small feat. But the reality is the sequel was like sold half as much. And then 3 sold like, once again, downward, and then 4, once again, downward. They're changing things up because they're looking at Res Evil. Well, Res Evil can change it up and still be successful. That's just the reality of the situation. And once again, Resident Evil is its own thing. It's different entirely. But Konami's like, well, these motherfuckers at Crapcom could do it while still fucking up a lot of shit. We could do this too and make something bigger than perhaps what Silent Hill ever was. Now, whether that is what the original fans want or not, obviously, I do. While my words may come off as insincere to your situation, I totally understand why it's disappointing to long-standing fans. I'm not here to try and shit on your lives here, man. I know Konami's already done a good job of that over the years as it is, but I'm just giving the realistic perspective of what it is.
No, I totally get that. Leon, anything?
No, I don't actually think that Cassie is wrong in saying that like Konami feels the need to do X, Y, Z to change. I think that her assessment of Konami's thinking is correct. I just think that it's worth noting the difference between the generational gaps. You gotta remember, we haven't had a Silent Hill until Silent Hill F. We hadn't had a true blue Silent Hill game since like 2012. There's like a 12-year gap, and so I think Konami's line of thinking is the incorrect line of thinking. Like I don't think we have, when you've got 12 years of a gap where you've got no game. Well, when you release a game and that game sells really, really well, there's so many missing variables. I don't think Konami can just immediately jump to, us changing the style is what made it work. Well, or what if it was people are just fucking happy to have Silent Hill back and that made it work? Or what if it was, you've got the comeback game was a remake of a arguably the most beloved game in the franchise. It's had 20 years of mysticism and hype built around it by the advent of the internet. So now you've got people that are wanting to go in and try it. Like there's so many other variables beyond we changed the style that could contributed in large part to those sales.
Well, they've attracted a new audience, and the new audience is saying "fuck you" to the old audience, which we've seen time and time again.
New audiences, but that's not exclusive to Silent Hill. That's to everything. That's happening
time and time
again.
again.
In anime, that's happening in gaming, that's happening in movies, that's happening in specific
Final
IPs.
Fantasy VII.
Like there are people out there that unironically didn't ever watch Naruto Shippuden. They started with Boruto. They think Boruto's the greatest thing ever, and that Naruto fucking sucks. Like, and let's be real. Boruto goddamn trash. So yeah, I mean, this is the influx of tourists that I'm always talking about on my channel, regardless of what medium it is. So they can find that new audience by all means. I don't think what they found is a dedicated audience that's going to stick with them for 20 years, multiple generations, multiple kids. The way
you do have to bring up the reality is that their older fan base didn't stick with them either. So like that's like the sad reality of that too.
No, that's not true. That's not true. The older audience did stick with them. That's how Silent Hill 2 remake
and the sales would have reflected that.
Are you fucking high? They do. You just said Silent Hill 2 remake is the highest selling. If you go 12 years without making a game, and then your next game is your highest selling, that means you got new customers and old customers. You're not getting number one.
Why did they stop making Silent Hill, my guy?
Because Hideo Kojima fucked them over, and Konami decided to start making slot machines, and they just buried the franchise.
No, we're talking about even before that.
Team Silent fucking pieced out and left Konami, and Konami released a bunch of games that weren't Silent Hill. Konami's the Silent Hill identity crisis issue started with Silent Hill 4. 4 was a massive departure.
Your favorite Silent Hill is 4, right?
Yes, and I'm in the
sold
minority.
1/4 of the original. The reality is, the audience was piecing out.
Probably know what the discourse was like back then, so allow me to educate you. All right, most people didn't like 4 and it came out.
Oh, he pulled a lefty turn.
Most people didn't like 4 and it came out. I was in the minority. And then after 4, they released Homecoming. People fucking hated Homecoming, dude. Homecoming was lambasted. So you lost.
I tried Homecoming. That shit was ass.
Downpour came out. Downpour is the worst Silent Hill game to ever exist, and the fans pieced the fuck out. So basically, once Konami stopped honoring the fans, because again, you're right in the sales. One, and then 2
I
was a
didn't even bring
downscale,
up though.
and then
I didn't even bring up Homecoming because I know
Well, no,
I'm
but
not
my-
going to
my-
sit
my
here and
point-
defend
my point
Homecoming as
is,
someone that
when you
actually
say
played
the
it.
old fans didn't stick around, it's not.
They didn't.
Right.
Not even for 3.
Okay,
3 sold
as
less,
I'm explaining,
less
the
than
reason
half
the
of
old
the
fans
original, my
didn't-
guy.
The reason the old fans didn't stick around is because from the after the third game, that's when the identity crisis started. Konami said, "Fuck off, we're doing our own thing
Conversation's
now," and
giving
old
me
fans
AIDS.
rejected that.
Just AIDS, huh?
This is
Just
AIDS.
AIDS. Just a little
No,
bit.
I get what you guys are saying.
I just want you all to know Coke's gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we
Coke
take
is
a quick
winning. Let's
second?
go.
Can we
Coke,
take time out? It is
let's go.
566 versus 256.
Coke's
Cheers.
destroying
Pepsi
all of
versus
you
Coke.
people.
Like, come on, boys. There's got to be a Pepsi
Cheers
savior out
to
there. man.
everybody who voted
No
for Coke.
Pepsi shills here.
Wow! Oh, wow! The spritz. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I'm glad.
That's called real carbonation, brother. I mean, what?
Yeah, it's
called real AIDS.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
conversation
Real
AIDS, and then we got
It's
the
delicious.
real AIDS.
That gave me some
yeah.
real AIDS.
Listen,
HIV
yeah,
is kicking in at work.
That real AIDS.
Silent Hill absolutely was dormanted by Konami and their obsession with fucking pachinko machines. They ended up making a Silent Hill game where they tried to turn it into a slot game. This was at the same time they did, I think, Metal Gear what was it, Survive or something like that? Like what was the Metal Gear fucking multiplayer bullshit?
Games.
Whatever. Yeah, anyway, so they didn't know what the fuck they were doing with a lot of their franchises because a lot of their more skilled, successful developers just up and left, or obviously in Hideo Kojima's sense had a falling out. But Silent Hill,
that is to that credit though, Hitno, old school classic Silent Hill fans, they played PT. They fucking loved it. They were hyped.
Yeah.
Silent Hills could have been the thing that rejuvenated the franchise
That's
with
what I was
these
gonna
old
say,
fans
yeah.
because everyone loved it. And then Konami fucked that over again. So this isn't a fan base thing. It's a Konami being a shitty business thing.
it definitely wasn't a downward trend. There's no doubt about it. Cassie's right about that. Like numerically
and I agree with
speaking,
that.
the
I do
numbers
agree
were
with
100% on a downward trend. And that's just because fans were just unhappy with where Konami was taking it, and because Konami didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do with it. I do believe that PT or Silent Hills would have been a revolution, I guess you could say, for Silent Hill. I really think, like, as much people want to say what they want to say about Hideo Kojima, him and Guillermo del Toro will absolutely, those guys would have they would have put something together, man, that, dude, that shit would have turned Silent Hill around big time. Even for a horror game. It may not have reached Resident Evil numbers because most horror games just don't, but it absolutely would have did gangbuster numbers. I think it would have did way better than Silent Hill 2 remake or even the upcoming Silent Hill 1 remake. But I will say that the Silent Hill 1 remake is going to really showcase whether or not these new games that are coming out are just new games that are for either new players, or if there is still a existing older fan base that, you know, wants to go back to Silent Hill. Not only that, I do find it interesting that they're only coming out with all these games that are non-numbered. I'm going to assume that the numbered games are only meant for actual games taking place in real Silent Hill. At least that's how it's going to probably be now. But because otherwise,
we haven't got a numbered game since 4, and that was on the PS2. So
right,
I guess we'll see.
That's what I'm saying. Like Silent Hill 5 will most likely take place in Silent Hill. At least that would make sense, right? Otherwise,
No, I'm saying I don't even know if we'll ever get a Silent Hill 5. That's my point. Is I don't know that we'll ever get another numbered game again.
they might not, because you remember Konami's like, we want to take this shit to Russia. We want to take it to Korea. We want to take it to all these fucking random places. I'm like, oh God, that's it. It's Pandora's box. Because the moment you open this shit up and they're like, Silent Hill's not really about the town. It's an entity, like, or some shit. I'm like, oh man, here we go. They're gonna take this shit everywhere, but they won't take it to Africa, which is interesting.
Oh no.
You know?
To
But
Africa.
anyway, regardless.
If they took it to Africa, maybe Atreus and Kita would play it.
Oh my God.
See, that's the woke mindset.
I think that
I don't know if
I
that's gonna
think
work.
that they have to do something different, because the reality is that everyone was so hyped for Silent Hills. And I think that
So
had
hyped.
a lot of different things to do with it. Yes, Silent Hill was being like revitalized in a new, fresh, refreshing way. But the reality is, like, you had 2 massive names behind it. Like, there are so many fucking Kojima dick glazers. They will play anything. Like, this dude could shit on a plate and they'll be at the table first, ready to eat. Like, that's just how it is. And Guillermo del Toro is also a massive name. People were genuinely excited for a multitude of reasons. But the reality is a lot of it had to do with star power. They don't have that star power anymore. So they're definitely leaning into a different like sort of gimmick, I guess you could say at this point.
Yeah, again, to add to the star power, this was also starring Norman Reedus. And if y'all remember 2012, the height of Walking Dead, that was also
he was
massive draw.
Huge, crazy. So it was really all just the perfect storm that for some reason Konami just fucked it up, bro. And I'll never understand how you could drop the ball like that. I just can't. That's a massive drop of the ball. But yeah, people were excited as fuck about this, man. I still remember seeing this trailer for the first time and just being blown away. I was like, there's no way. There is no way. Especially considering who was doing it. Like, there's no way.
I remember unlocking this trailer after beating PT the first time. Like, it's wild, though, because the best Silent Hill we've gotten, one of the best horror games we've gotten in the last 2 decades is just a fucking demo.
How sad is that?
Right?
And people love the game so much that they were buying PlayStations with it. Like PlayStations with it pre-installed on it.
You can play it to this day. You can play PT to this day because the original there's a mod for the OG Doom that is shot for shot recreated the exact same Doom PT. The only difference is the visuals, like the graphical fidelity is Doom graphical fidelity. Beyond that, it's the exact layout. It's still got the creature. It's still got all the cutscenes, the audio. It's fucking awesome. That's the only way I know to play PT today, unless you've got an old PS3 that has it on there.
I wonder. So it's called Silent Hills, right? Not Hill. So I wonder if Hideo Kojima, knowing how fucked up his mind is, I wonder if he was going to turn Silent Hill's story from about the town to something that spreads outside the town, much further than that, hence the plural. And Konami just stole the fucking idea and essentially turned it into what they're turning it into now.
That'd be
sort of
funny
a thing. Because it kind of would make sense. Because the idea of PT, you're obviously experiencing a loop, but that loop could be multiple realities, whatever. Like, you could just make your shit up, but it just makes you wonder, But anyway, I don't know. I think the first person thing is throwing me off the most about this game, but otherwise, it's a wait and see kind of situation about Silent Hill. So we'll see. All right, let me X this out. We got about 20 some odd minutes before Cassie got to go, I think, give or take.
Sadly, I do have to go at like 10:40, the latest.
Okay, so we got 20 minutes. Let's get off State of Play. Any last mentions of State of Play? Anything last that you want to cover before we move on?
Castlevania looked pretty decent. I
thought it did too.
I think they're competing directly with the Castlevania creator, which isn't a bad thing by any means. That's pretty cool.
Last couple thoughts. Beast of Reincarnation still looks awesome. Still excited for Beast of Reincarnation. And as much as I want the Star Wars racing game to be awesome, they actually showed off gameplay at the State of Play, and I hope they got more work to do because it looked rough. Like, it did not look like it controlled tightly at all. It looked like it was stiff as fuck. And
yeah, I was not impressed.
That's fair. All right, let's talk about the Mewgenics stuff because I want to cover that before Cassie has to go. So Mewgenics is a new indie game made by the creators of what is it called? Bindings of Isaac. Sorry,
Isaac.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was them. I should have known. No.
It was them, yeah. And the numbers keep going higher and higher and higher and higher. The game currently right now, 6 hours ago, hit an all-time new peak of 102,008, which is insane. So good for them. Now, the reason why Mewgenics is in the news is not just because of its success, because it made its budget back in 3 hours, which we could have a whole conversation about AAA, indie, all that stuff, and just how indie games just keep proving like you don't need a massive team in order to make this happen. But regardless, the reason why it's in the news is because the creator decided to add certain people. There's a couple of reasons. Number one, the creator decided to add voiceovers from certain popular internet figures. Let's just put it that way. For example, like Ethan Klein, Gila Klein, also Anissa, and iDubbbz. You also have Chris Chan, of all people, in there
my
as
God.
well. Yeah, you got all kinds of people in there. You got
Did they
fucking Ricky
go into the
Berwick, I
booth
think.
to record, or is it just like bits taken from videos and shit?
No, so they actually went and recorded, but they all they recorded was meows. Like they're just
Oh.
meowing. That's it. They're not like actually doing anything other than fucking meowing, which is what makes it
I guess that makes
even
the Chris
more.
answer at least make sense.
But
Yeah.
it's what makes
that
this even
regularly.
more ridiculous. But what I'm about to tell you. But anyway, so the Wokies are mad because there are certain people involved, and once they found out that those people were involved, which by the way they found out after they beat the game, they saw the credits and they're like, "This is problematic." But anyway, they found out certain people were involved, and now they're trying to like boycott the game, cancel the game, and all that. It's clearly working, guys. But yeah, they have a problem with that. And also another thing they have a problem with is the fact that the creator is retweeting a bunch of streamers that are playing his game, which any developer would do, right? That's a smart thing to do. But one of the streamers that he decided to retweet is someone who the Wokies are currently attacking after forcing them to bend the knee and promising they need to make the right decision. Will stand by you. He quote tweeted Emeru playing the game, and after that happened, they lost it. They were like, "Oh, she's problematic. You can't be. Why are you quote tweeting Emeru?" Right? Good job bending the knee, by the way, Emeru. That really got them off your back. But anyway, so it's a combination of things, and not only that, the creator decided to say, I have people in my game that have all differences of opinions. Basically said that if we only went with people who agreed with us, it would just be me meowing in the game. Essentially saying that he doesn't really agree with anybody consistently like that. And not only that, he decided to double down. And just yesterday, he quote tweeted Emeru again. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm doing it again," in all caps. Like, I thought that was pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
So he clearly doesn't give a fuck. But my main question, aside from the game, which I think the game looks insane, which it's supposed to, it's kind of the point. My main thing is, what the fuck is this controversy, bro? Are we really getting mad over people? Are we getting mad over people who are figures online that are just literally meowing? It's not like you have to listen to an RPG of their dialogue for 20 hours. Like, it's a fucking cat. And like the creator said, if you have a problem with that particular voiceover cat, you can kill the cat. Like, you could do all kinds of shit. Like that. That's the whole point of this game. So if you really have a problem with it, then just go destroy the cat in the most glorious fashion possible. So like, what are we doing here? Is this really a thing, or is it just modern audience people?
I hadn't heard of this controversy at all. Like, I saw Red Says Des had a video about Mewgenics and Emeru, and I was like, I'll check that out later. This is so much dumber than I thought it was gonna fucking be.
Yeah.
No, it really is. I wish it was something that was like worthy of the drama, but it's not. It's really not. It's got to be the dumbest thing. And he even said too, he was like, "Listen, I understand we live in a world now where people are getting upset over who's voicing a meow, but at the end of the day, like he really said that. At the end of the day, like what are we doing, right?" I want to go to his Twitter page really quick. Let me see, Edmund. I think it's Edmund McKillen. Yeah, there you go. So, if you go to his Twitter page, he made his whole post about Chris Chan. I don't know what the deal is with that, but we'll just skip that. Let me scroll down. What the fuck? Yo, that's insane. Ricky Berwick, bro. What are we doing? Look at this shit. Hold on. Wait a second. It says Happy Valentine's Day from Chris Chan. What the?
Ricky wants me to tell you. He wants me to tell you that you are worthy of love, and especially just what I've heard. Wow. Just. Ooh. Hey, even the handicapped can be handy capable. Whether it's mentally, emotionally, or physically, regardless of the handicap, they can still be very capable.
Bro, that Sonichu medallion, I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away from that, bro. Like,
forget walking, run.
We are not gonna fuck with that. I'm trying to find the tweet. God, these developers be tweeting all day, bro. Nonstop.
He's tweeting over everything.
He says, "I know you might be getting sick of me talking about this, but there are over 90,000 people playing Mewgenics, and then all he did was quote tweeted with the fucking in-game number." That's funny. I'm trying to find the one with Emeru. Where's the one with Emeru? Oh, he did it again. Oh.
Mm.
I'll find it. But I mean, just you guys can chime in on this. Like, what do you think about this drama? And are we going to see more of this? I'm sure we will.
So
At some point.
it shows so much projection. Like they'll say like how we act like this all the time, and that we start boycotts and stuff. Meanwhile, it's like no, we're just bringing to light like the realities of some of these games and who are involved in them. I don't avidly go out of my way to tell any of my audience what to do when it comes to buying games, and I know that none of you guys do as well. You know, all you do is seek to inform people of what the deal is, and people choose to do with that information what they will. And I just find it so fucking ironic that these people are literally losing their shit over this. And mind you, I don't like Chris Chan. I don't like Ethan Klein. I don't like whatever the fuck his wife's name is. I don't like them, but I don't hate them enough to miss out on a good game. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't dislike them. I just think that they're kind of annoying. Or Chris Chan in particular, he's a fucking issue. But literally, I know that I can tell that this game isn't necessarily making Chris Chan a fucking, he ain't moving on up off this fucking game. Like, let's be real now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. They're
Just
people are just
posting this so
whiny
that
fucking
one guy will get
crybabies.
more upset. I don't know who he's referencing here.
Ideally, if I were making a video game, the first thing I would love to happen is for leftists or just like these deranged lunatics that happen to be on the left to start boycotting it, because usually that means instant success. So,
well, so this is Hogwarts Legacy all over again in the sense of like they think that, and it's so funny you bring it up as we watch this insane video from Ricky Berwick. It's funny you bring up the fact that they are the ones that start the boycotts, but they always project that we're the ones that do the boycotts. Meanwhile,
Real
like
quick,
the last,
I love the spider on his shirt because he looks like he moves like a spider.
Well, I guess. But
sorry, go on.
He doesn't
I
have much
couldn't
of a
unsee it.
choice. He's a little crippled. Anyway, so
yo,
I'm trying not to laugh. Jesus Christ. So no, but okay. So, but they are the ones who start the boycotts, and keep in mind they're also the ones for Hogwarts Legacy that literally bullied streamers while they were live to be. You know how many like female VTubers are fucking crying on stream and shit and logging off because we're getting bullied by people in the chat. Or the fact that they started a fucking website. They started a website to dox streamers that were playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
Until they got taken down. Like they went above and beyond, and the game still became $1 billion plus franchise.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what's happening here with this game, where I think this game has sold well over 500,000 copies already. It made its money back over its 8-year development. 8 years, by the way. Development cycle was made back in 3 hours. It's crazy. It just goes to show that they're very loud online, and they're the ones that will be the first to complain about how we just don't talk about games no more. We don't talk about what we like no more. It's all about numbers and bullshit. But they're the ones that push it nonstop, and they're the ones that muddy the conversation. I saw Cassie quote tweet fucking Yorch talking about how if Kenna from Bridge of Spirits, if she was a fucking big titty sexy girl, that the game would have sold better. I'm like, bro, the game is a fucking Pixar looking game. It's not going for that. Like it's aiming,
bro.
It's aiming for a certain audience. Like, what are we doing? Like, I understand the whole, sexy character sell. Don't get me wrong, I get that. But like, Kenna, really?
No.
Like, this is what you're going for?
Yo, not
It's
for
weird,
nothing.
bro.
That dude got caught being fucking weird, and then he tried to flip it, and it failed so miserably. It's like, bro, you got caught. What you deem a kid's game, because that he pivoted from, oh, why don't we have Kenna be an adult woman with big titties in a kid's game? Then he realized, oh my god, this does kind of come off weird. So now I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack the developers and this game for being a kid's game and fucking. And having a very vague, I could barely tell. All right, I asked the question, are they gay? But like, it's so vague that it's like, really, bro? They like, oh my god, they nudged heads. Oh my god, it's the worst thing ever. Oh, think of the children. It's like
that shit threw me off, bro. I was like, what am I reading right now? There's no way.
Fucking retarded, bro. Bro, you got caught being fucking weird. Like, shut the fuck up.
That's what I
pussy.
mean. Like, you got people that they're absolutely trying to muddy the conversation. They're taking genuine conversation around whatever issues in games, and they're just like fucking straight muddying it. And I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, if they're paid to do it, or if they're like hired fucking. I don't know. Or they're just crazy. I don't know. I really don't know what it is, but it's unbelievable. But anyway, so forget him. Back to the gaming media and them. So again, all these people that complain about we don't talk about games anymore, we don't talk about the good, whatever, they're full of shit because they're the first ones to throw down when it's something that they're upset with. Just look at what's happening with Overwatch, right? You know how many people that are complaining about Anran in Overwatch not looking like a fucking tranny from the cinematic trailer that she initially came from and looking essentially too sexy, too kawaii, not enough like the original. These are the same people that would yell at us when we said, oh, wow, Lara Croft looks really different. Like, why can't she look like the original? They're like, get over it, Gooner. You know, they're the first one. They're the first one to throw that shit out there. But when it's something that affects them, suddenly now it's a problem. You know, so the consistency is lacking amongst, you know, a lot of the discourse that's happening. And when it comes to Mewgenics, it's the same thing. You know, these people are complaining over somebody voicing the character, but they're not complaining about the other person, right? Because even the creator said, like, listen, I balanced it out. If I had Ethan Klein and Gila Klein, well, then I also had the person they're beefing with in the game too, which was Anissa and iDubbbz, and they both said that they agreed with it and they're fine with it. So if they're fine with it, why the fuck are you guys arguing about it? Why are you arguing about Ethan Klein being in it? Oh, it is funny. They only argue about the people who stand, you know, either stand against Palestine or don't openly support Palestine. That's the ones they're complaining about. The ones that do bend the knee and do the right political speech, well, they're not complaining about them. So I don't know, man. I just think it's crazy. I really do. This game, it's a fucking game about breeding cats, bro. Like, why are we seriously trying to make a game about breeding cats political in any sense of the word whatsoever? It's a fun game. People are enjoying the game. And you're literally that meme of a person outside of a friend group that are playing video games. You're like, stop having fun for whatever reason. And they're just laughing at you. It's crazy.
I seen a video and I didn't watch the video, but I seen the title. It was like, I'm a political gamer and you should be too. And it's like,
oh God.
Yeah, like, bro, like these people are fucking warped mentally. Like they can't actually enjoy video games unless it is from their ideological fucking lens. And by that, you're not a fucking gamer, my guy.
They'll
You're
do the
fucking
media
clown.
literacy thing. So like if the game is not political, right, at all, they will then do the media literacy to make it political and then tell you how you're wrong if you don't agree. So they're like, yeah, this game about cats is secretly, you know, a story about capitalism and how bad it is. And that's what I see. So that's just what it is. By the way, I got tagged in this. Fuck you guys. This is disgusting. Why would you ever do this? Like, I don't ever want to see this again. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. That's what he means. Do it again.
But yeah, the media literacy thing is such a fucking cop-out to try to make everything political, you know, and it's annoying. It really is annoying. And then what's even more annoying is that the people that are outside of that, well, they're not really outside of that, to be honest with you. But anyway, the people who should know better, they will act stupid. So they will see somebody like the Yorches and everything that are just like completely fucking crazy and muddying it just for the sake of muddying it. And then they'll take that and apply that to everybody in a certain group that they don't like. And they'll say, well, yeah, you guys just complain about characters not being hot enough. And they'll try to oversimplify the conversation or the discourse that's happening because they just don't like the discourse. And they'll use stupid people like that to justify.
Well, are you really that surprised that they're not going to be able to maintain an actual discourse or argument or conversation? All they do is whine and complain online. That's all they do. They just whine loudly.
Then they'll say you're doing it.
Yeah, and they'll whine loudly, and then they will hope that people think, oh, yeah, we're the majority, when truthfully they're not. They're the minority. They don't count. They're so irrelevant. They need to get a life.
Yeah. I just love the projection. It's always about you're doing it.
I mean, here's the reality. So, like, there's a lot of normies that honestly do hate both sides, but you always have to pay attention to what, like, the normies say. Like, normies get mad at, like, our side because they know that our voice carries weight. like they know that shit. Whereas when, like, people on the other side of the aisle, when they start bitching and whining, guess what? The normies just stay quiet. They pretend that nothing ever happened. And it's because they know that that voice doesn't have weight. And they're honestly are also afraid to speak out against fucking deranged left.
Yeah.
But they know that that voice doesn't have any real weight to it whatsoever.
Right. Yeah. It's
I don't
stupid. They're retarded. That's what it is. They're just retarded, stupid little people that have no life. Oh, look cool.
Pepsi one looks cooler. Sorry, guys. It is what it is.
Yeah, but Coke's gonna win.
But
It could look cool, but that doesn't mean Coke's gonna lose.
But
Coke wins.
red is the color of passion.
Fuck
All
that.
the good things.
It's five. I'm passionate that we're getting felted. It's 574 against 256. Pepsi versus Coke. This is problematic. This is extremely problematic. Unless we get some sort of a savior, I don't think it's gonna work out, guys. This is
Hypno's getting felted 2 weeks in a row, baby.
I don't have anything against midgets.
Yo,
Just
Hypno, how
against
does
retarded
it,
people.
How does it feel? How does it feel that Pepsi had this big push in the 80s that Pepsi's for the young people and Coca-Cola's for the older people? How do you feel that in 2026 y'all are still fighting this fucking uphill battle, brother?
Why are you deep throwing the mic, my guy? You don't gotta deep throw the mic to help me. You got all close to this thing. You like, how does it
I'm
feel?
just having a heart-to-heart with you, brother.
Heart to heart. That's crazy, bro. How does it feel? I don't know. I just not good. I'll say that. Not good. I don't know. I just thought there'd be a little bit more of a fight for Pepsi. I really did, but it looks like
nope.
It looks
Coke
like
is
people
winning.
I didn't realize there was that many anime betrayals in the chat. That's
Team Wizard 2 for 2, man.
They're in the right side today.
I want to believe because I'm like, it's not over till it's over, but I don't know. It's kind of over. It's kind of over. It's almost double. It's more than double. More than double.
Let's make it triple, guys. Let's make it triple.
So he said Copenodic.
I get called that every week, bro. I get called this every week. That's crazy.
Why?
That's crazy. Why am I different? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just different. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, what I will say really quick about Mewgenics is that, in terms of just what it means, I mean, this is one of the first breakout hits of 2026 for indie games. And obviously last year was insane for indie games. We had so many games that came out that kept destroying the narrative, so much so to the point that every single award show had to acknowledge them. At the Summer Games Fest, they had to acknowledge them. Schedule 1 was a big one. Schedule 1 was crazy. And then obviously at the Game Awards, they had to acknowledge it as well. And it's at the point now where with the rise of AI, especially, these indie games are going to continue to be what I think a lot of developers are going to go for. We're seeing a lot of people quit AAA and open up their own indie studios. And obviously not every single one of them is going to be great. Don't get me wrong. But going back to the basics, I think is huge, especially in this situation. And I think a lot of people need to go back to the basics. Go back to small scale teams, passionate teams that are going to focus, have a strong focus on what they're going to do, not be muddied by any corporate overlords or anything like that, and just go for it, right? Because even the problem is that you also run into a situation where people are just greedy. Look at Highguard, right? Highguard, the developer literally said, and he could have said it in all the nicest way that he said it, but we all know what he meant. He said that they were hoping that Highguard would break the millennial financial curse, which is a long fucking way of saying we were hoping we were going to get rich on this shit. And it didn't work out. And then the team that was like, yeah, we thought we were going to get broke on this. That was the Mewgenics. That's what he said. He said that they thought they were going to go broke over the 8 years making that game, but they were so passionate about the game. They wanted to make that. And they said they could have took the easy route, made a ton of money by making Binding of Isaacs 2, but they decided to go with Mewgenics because they wanted to do that. They were passionate about it. And look at them. They're getting rewarded, right? So does that happen all the time? No, but it happens a lot. And these people just refuse to see that. I don't know if you heard the recent update. I'm actually going to cover it in the video because we're not going to have time to talk about it today, but maybe you guys can talk about it in your own channels. Ashes of Creation, new lore dropped. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not see that.
They are suing that motherfucker. The new owners
Oh.
Ashes of Creation are suing Steven for $150 million fraud. Crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Go look into that because
he was trying to pull a fast one, bro.
it is a crazy story.
Well, a 10-year fast one.
Yeah, I mean, how fast?
It was
is
a
that, really?
10-year grift. It was a 10-year long grift rug pull. It's like honestly, it's respectable, but it's terrible. But it's like, damn, that's a good story, man. You got a good villain. It's a good villain.
Oh my god.
Story.
Yo.
Wow.
Well, apparently he's done a lot of sus financial shit for many years, even before this.
Mm.
So
Oh wow.
it's really not that shocking. But regardless, $150 million. Crazy. So I didn't want to talk about today because it's kind of breaking right now. So there's really not enough to fully get the whole story. But yeah, we it makes sense because he tried to get ahead of it. He dropped that Discord post and it was like, yeah, the board of directors, that doesn't exist, by the way, but like the board of directors, they were just ethically, I just couldn't do it. Ethically. He kept throwing those words around, ethically. And I'm like, I think you're ethically full of shit, but we're gonna find out.
Honestly, that's so cool. Like we have so many corporate villains lately that like at some point you gotta be like, this is fun. This is fun.
Who is the biggest corporate villain in gaming right now?
Probably Bobby Kotick.
Yeah,
really,
yes.
Bobby Kotick?
Yes, 100% yes.
And he's on the Epstein list. He's on the Epstein list.
I'm not talking. Okay, I'm not talking from an actual.
Why is insane. He was the big fucking.
He wanted to indoctrinate kids into microtransactions.
Not only that, didn't somebody get murdered on his watch?
Allegedly.
Wow.
Allegedly. No, I think if you so I was speaking more from like pure gaming. Like if you want to throw in the Epstein, then sure, of course. But I think that Yves Guillemot is probably one of the biggest fucking corporate villains out there. That dude,
I always consider him to be an idiot, not a villain. Like
no,
he's a fucking idiot.
villain, bro. Everybody under him gets fired for his mistakes. He has been running the company into the ground for years, and he thinks because him and his brother started it, that he should be, continuing to run it. And he doesn't want to admit that when he should step down, even though fucking half his company's calling for him to step down. He made a deal with Tencent to maintain power. He didn't make a deal with Tencent to save Ubisoft. He made a deal with Tencent to maintain power with his son. But in any case, Cass, you got to go?
Yeah, I do, guys. This is really good hanging out with everybody here today. And of course, Coca-Cola wins, man. All right. Got to keep it a classic. All right.
What happens if Pepsi turns around after you leave? What happens then?
All right, bro. Listen. I know that you got some, the Nepo baby fun does live on. I understand, but
that's crazy. She mentioned a Nepo baby fun. I didn't even come up with that name. My weirdos came up with the name. And I just adopted it. I was like, Nepo baby. I've never been called that in my fucking life. I'm taking that right now.
Yeah,
but in any case,
hilarious how that came about. But definitely check out my YouTube channel called Classic Cage. I've been like working hard at making videos consistently again. I'm going to try to do at least 2 a week. That's the goal. So definitely check out the channel and support everything I got going on. I got a crazy Thursday night stream to which
always crazy.
My entire community just shits on me with AI slop content. It's I can't even say like
hours of AI slop content. It was like almost 3 hours.
Dude,
like
I had to literally put a limit. Like I was like, bro, we have to have like 5 AI slops per gooner. Like we can't keep doing this shit. Like
that's hilarious.
Like literally, you had to put a limit on it after this week. Like B-Man blew his load all over the fucking room so badly that Radio Chimp walked in. He said, "This place is too sticky for me," and did a U-turn and left. It was really that bad.
Wow.
Sticky? What the fuck? Who says that? Wow.
Yeah, that's literally how insane it's been. But
no, 3 hours is insane. Insane.
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting all that. It's like one of those things where like the whole AI slop thing kind of like everyone wants to get in on it now. So it's like, okay, y'all need to chill. Save some for next week, my guy. But it's a fun time. Everyone got a laugh at it despite it being insane. But thank you all so much for having me on, obviously, Hypno. And amazing panel as per usual, an amazing chat as per usual. Love you guys, man. Thank you all for supporting all of us, and it means a lot. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna go head off to work. So have a great, safe rest of y'all weekends, man.
Have fun.
Good night.
Catch you later. Okay, so hold on. We finally got a Pepsi vote after like an hour. It was $2. Thank you for being over. I appreciate that. I've been catch up on supers. Anybody got last thoughts on Mewgenics or anything like that? Anybody chime in? Trace, you want to chime in?
I missed the Mewgenics grift. I've been at work, guys. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I missed a lot of shit this week, but I'm off for the next few days, so we gotta get back to it. But I did want to, breaking news. I'm gonna die on this hill. Hypno, you're gonna play Lords of the Fallen too.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You wanna know why you're gonna play it? Because guess what?
You're not gifting it.
I can't gift it to you. You're not on Epic Games.
I am on Epic Games Store.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter though, because it might be coming to Steam. You wanna know why? Because apparently their shareholders just approved a $28 million something, so that they could possibly buy out their exclusive rights from Epic. They're trying to get it on Steam. So you will be playing it.
That's shocking. I was thinking about what to say. That's shocking.
No, because they probably seen the writing on the wall, because every comment on all of their, because I don't know if you recently seen their combat.
You sound like you're in auto-tune, bro. Or am I lagging?
Am I lagging? Fine to me.
Oh no, he sounds fine to me.
I think it's me. I'm lagging.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all seen their combat showcase, but the shit look crazy. But all the comments are like, yeah, it would be nice on Steam.
Well, that's gonna be their comments constantly, man. They have to know that. Like, he has to know that, because every time he makes a post on his Twitter, you flooded with replies all about like, yeah, that's great. The game looked really good, but I found out it's not coming out on Steam, so I'll just wait. That's literally all the replies, bro. Mm-hmm. So after a while, you kind of have to know that you pissed off a lot of people. It's also extremely fucked up for you to do this whole fucking thing about like, we're gamer first, and you're using Lords of the Fallen to do it, the game that's on Steam, and you're making all these changes. You're hyping people up and hyping gamers up, and then talking about the sequel, how it's going to be bigger, badder, and everything. And then you drop the biggest bomb that, yeah, by the way, it's only available on Epic Games. That most of the people that supported your first game ain't going to be happy about that. You could cope about all these numbers about Epic Games. According to their numbers, it proves that people will buy it on Epic Games if they really wanted it. That's not true. There's so many games out there that have proven to have a massive effect on sales because they only launched on Epic Games. And then the moment they launched on Steam, they had a huge boost of sales from people that waited. Happened to a lot of video games. Even Kingdom Hearts was like that too. Kingdom Hearts was exclusive, I think, for a year on Epic Games. And then it finally released on Steam, did gangbusters numbers. So I don't know. But if they really do that, that'll be great. I'll be excited. I'll definitely play it at that point. But because, again, the game's not the problem. It's just the platform of choice. That's all. For me personally. And isn't it going to be, it's going to be like streamlined co-op, right? Shared progression and everything?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it is. All right, let me catch up. Any other last thoughts? Anybody?
Yeah, those are my last thoughts. If you giving an outro.
Nope.
You got to head out because I'm gonna catch up on Superchats.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, do your outro. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Subscribe to New Blackstreet if we, come back. I know we missed the show yesterday, but it's not my fault.
I will take the blame for New Black.
I think your chat is used to it, man. You know how many people super chat me and they're like, "Thank you for providing consistent entertainment, unlike Bubbles and Chim Chim, that sometimes we don't know when they're going to show up." And I'm like, guys, be nice, bro. Be nice.
I take responsibility.
What did you do?
Nice. I'm actually the opposite, because people, message me and everything the same thing. They say the same thing in my chats. It's like, good, then you can super chat me instead of them because I need it. It's Black History Month.
That's crazy.
So apparently, while we've been talking about Silent Hill and Konami, the Epstein files were unredacted.
Yeah.
I was actually just looking at that.
I just reposted it on Twitter. Yeah.
I need to do more.
Ellen DeGeneres was eating babies. What?
Oh my God! Do
No.
not talk about
What?
that. Do not talk about that. Keep that for Twitter.
Is that real?
Dancing woman was eating babies?
You can have a. He says it again. You can have a field day with that on Twitter. It's fine.
I said
You
dancing
can have a field
woman.
day with it on
Nobody knows what
YouTube
that
on my
means.
channel, guys, because we do all the Epstein dumps on my channel.
Yes, or you could go on Leon's channel. Absolutely, 100%. All right, Atreus, thanks for hanging out, brother. I appreciate you.
Okay.
And we'll see you on the
Have a
next
great
one.
night, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Catch you later.
All right,
homie.
let's catch up on these feltings. Anybody else gotta go before I catch up on these fucking?
No.
No, I want to be here to see Coke win.
You just evil.
No.
That's just what
I
you're just
promise.
evil.
I promised to meow if people super chatted, so for something. So you'll see. I have to wait.
Are you bribing the fucking chat? When I didn't know. Are you serious? That's fucked up. You guys are evil, bro. You guys are evil. I can't do that.
Not if you could put the fries in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been putting the fries in the bag for the last 2 hours. You've had that picture up. Anubis with a 2. I thought Macaulay Culkin fucked up MJ's carrier. The fuck? Vet Gamer with a 5. Coke, Pepsi is nasty. I've already counted all these, by the way. Thank you, Vet. We got Demon Carol with a 2. Fanta, it's like Fanta, but more surprising.
Fanta.
I appreciate that. Vet Gamer with a 5. It's been a while since I've been able to make a Saturday. When do we get a hot blonde?
Oh, thank
I've
you.
always seen here, man.
So we
I've always
took a
been
wig.
here.
We took a wig and we put it on Smash, and it just didn't work out. So we decided to get an actual blonde and see if that worked out, and it did. So there you go.
Score.
Carousel with a 2. Wish it was on PC. Same. Mervoth with a 2. Coke. John, which game gives Punisher on PlayStation vibes? Thank you. Rhonda with a 499. Finally, a game where the female protagonist is not a girl boss. Ken is such a good game. It deserves more love. I'm just saying. I agree. It's a very good game. Like I said, we played it last night. I had already played it on PlayStation years ago, but I wanted to start getting the achievements on Steam, and I just wanted to play it again just because the sequel's coming out this year. So I think last night's stream really convinced a lot of people, because I'm sure that art style, as we saw with Atreus, I'm sure that art style will throw people off, and they'll start thinking like certain things will just pop up in your mind, right? But it's not like that. The game is really not like that, and the game is genuinely surprising in terms of difficulty. Like you will get pretty fucked up if you let your guard down, and that's even on normal mode. So
I love games that have like this almost contradictory art style. Like from take Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori and the Blind Forest got an incredibly like artistic, but also still like cutesy, whimsical, almost child-oriented art style. A game kind of dark as fuck.
yeah, it is. It really is. I like that though.
Yeah,
So-
me too. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if Kenna is the same. I don't really know how dark it is since I haven't played it yet. You said you have. So I don't want any spoilers.
Well,
but
Kenna-
again, I'm excited to get into it. I am.
Kenna is, I wouldn't call it a dark story. There are moments where you're like, you realize what's actually going on, and it's presented in a way that I guess a child would not understand. But it is about life and death. Like you are essentially a spirit guider. Like you guide spirits to the afterlife. That's your entire reason for existing. So you end up realizing, that certain people have died in the game that are connected to other people that you meet, but they haven't accepted it, or they don't even know it happened. So you don't know how to tell them how it happened, and then you find out you got to tell them like about how their family member died and stuff. And it's just it dark. I wouldn't call it dark. Just it could get sad. That's basically it. Fluffy Murder Machine with a Coke for the 10. Thank you. Mervoth with a 2. Coke. GOW. No pervy minigames. Take a min to censor. Yeah, God of War is definitely gonna.
I'm
get
sure
censored
it's
for
gonna
sure.
get censored that way. Yeah.
Vet Gamer with a 5. Never seen Atreus swagger. Just stagger. Just saying. Makes sense. Frostfang with a 5. All excited for God of War, but realize it's Sony and they will try to tone down the violence and sex and nudity. If they give a pass for Last of Us 2 with nudity and sex. Well, because that one was artistic, guys. You don't understand the difference, right? Like with God of War, it's just misogyny. But with Last of Us 2, it's artistic. Right? So you just got to remember that. Gray Soul with a 2. Can't wait for Beware of Chicken, the video game. The game looked cool. You'll make it with a 2. Atreus saw a giant white cock. Atreus impressed. Nice. Kang with a 489. Coke because Diddy only Pepsi at his parties. That's crazy fucked up.
Wow.
Mervold with a 2. Silent Hill, the short message was in Germany, FP2. There you go. Wrap the Kratos with a 5. Canada, Bridge of Spirits is awesome. Anyone who says others eats lead point chips and Coke is number 1. Thank you. I appreciate that. Twisted Master dropped a $50 banger on Coke. Says, let's go, Team Coke.
Let's go.
Thank you, Twisted Master. I appreciate that. I counted that
Twisted
behind the scenes
Master.
and I cried. But thank you. I appreciate it. Fluffy Murder Machine with a 5. Coke is only 303 in the lead. We have to fix that. Coke. Thank you. Thank you. Mervold with a 2. Let me fix that number. 305 for Coke. Just more Feltings. Chippers with a 2 says red cola only. Thank you, Chippers. Mervold with a 2 says Coke. PT Legacy, funny enough, helped Resident Evil.
Well, you're not
yeah.
wrong. Not only did Resident Evil 7 completely change its style because, I mean, they've never admitted this, but I fully believe because of PT. Resident Evil 8 took it even further. Resident Evil 8 has an entire section of the game, like 20% of the game, that's just, hey, here's our version of PT. And it kind of fucking sucks, by the way. Like, it's really good for a horror game, but it's nothing like Resident Evil, so it's awful.
Yeah. Sebi became a member. Wow, look at that. Shout out to Sebi. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Which is a vote for Pepsi, because Sebi runs
It's a vote for Coke. Cheers.
A vote for nothing. Radoka with a 2. Coke, Hypno, stop teaming up with Leon and start winning. Crazy, bro.
Oh, God.
Toxin with a 5 says Coke. Rayman 30th anniversary. They replaced the OG soundtrack. I don't know why I trusted Ubisoft.
That was your first mistake, trusting Ubisoft.
Never trust Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Kang with a 5. Coke, because Pepsi drinkers watch dub anime while playing on their phone.
Wow.
That's
Crazy, bro. I'm telling you. Mervold with a 20. Coke. Why'd you put Chris Chan on screen? That's like the Ring. 7 Days Curse. Oh, and I was requested $20 for a 7 meow. You're welcome, guys.
There you go. Meow.
That's crazy, bro. I can't bribe the chat. That's insane. What? Like,
There you go.
how did I can't even. I need help. Somebody
You
help.
could be like I Show Speed. You could bark.
No.
These
Gay.
are all Coke. These are all Coke.
Yes, I know. Tanya Raven with a 2 says, here's another 2 for Coke. Suffer Hypno. Thank you. Appreciate that. Zero was with a 2 for Coke. I get the Mexican K sugar Coke at discount.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Appreciate that. Sonic with a 2 says, why does Atreus think Pepsi's a ripoff of Coke? I have no idea. Sleeping Nova with a 2. Pepsi plus new Common Rider Pepsi pick drop. Thank you. I appreciate that. King with a 199. Real life fake whiz. Let me get a Coke with that, my boy.
Let's
I
go.
did not count that one, so that's 2 for Coke. And then we got Triple J Jr. with a 5 for RC Cola. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. We got China with a 2 says Nuka-Cola. Kind of counts for Coke. Appreciate that.
Why would that count? It's a Fallout reference. Why would that count for Coke?
Because it has cola in the end, so you kind of have to give a little
Pepsi's
bit.
full name is Pepsi Cola. It's not just Pepsi. It's Pepsi Cola.
That's the name of the company.
Unfortunately, I
But
agree
the
with
product
Leon.
itself
It
is called
doesn't-
Pepsi.
The name of the product is Pepsi Cola. The name of the
All right,
company
listen,
is
I
Pepsi-
have
Pepsi
no
Cola.
problems minusing money away from Coke. Can we do another 500 or something? We got Kang with a 5 Coke because like every great 80s party, you need a little pick me up. Well, it doesn't
That's
matter. I
right.
see now we're going right back to it. There we go. Darren Soto with a 10 says, hey, Hip, no, I got 2 drinks here. One is Pepsi, one is Coke. You know I'm going to do with them. I'll put Pepsi first, and then after mix that Coca-Cola on top because Coca-Cola is the best drink. You know, I really thought you were gonna say something like nice, and then no. Shadow Walker trying his best, man. Shadow Walker's trying his best. Look at that with a 10 banger for Pepsi. I appreciate that. Thank you, Shadow Walker. You fucking legend. I have not made a countdown video yet, so I guess I will make a countdown video. Hold on, wait. We got Cozy Gooner with a 2 says long versus short video games. Your preference? That's
depends on the
tough
game.
because there are some games that I just love for the fact of how it just kind of almost doesn't end because I don't want it to end. But then there's other games that I absolutely do prefer a shorter experience, like straight to the point, nice, you know, and knows when to kind of exit. It's kind of like, do I prefer longer TV shows or shorter TV shows? Like, do you want Grey's Anatomy that never shuts the fuck up? Or do you want Breaking Bad that knows it has to end at a certain point and season 5 was the right time to end it? And it's magical for that reason, even though you want more. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think that's a blanket answer, but if I had to choose, I would say as I got older, shorter video games because I want to experience more. But when I was younger, longer video games because number one, I couldn't afford many. And number two, I was just so into RPGs at the time that if it wasn't at least 40 hours, I just felt robbed. You know? So
RPGs usually take longer.
Yeah, I was gonna say something real simple. Like I want my horror games to be short because horror games, at least back in the day, were meant to be speed ran. Like, yeah, your first run of Resident Evil might take you 14 hours, and then you realize, oh, there's awards for doing it in under 3 hours by mastering everything to perfect. So I love speed running. If I'm doing speed running, I want to be a relatively short game, like something like a speed run in 3 hours or less. But like I'm breaking out Persona, bro. A speed run of Persona 5 is 80 hours. That's a speed run. Like you're on average dropping 120 hours in Persona 5. So I want my JRPGs, I want my action adventure games like Zelda. I want those to have some length to them. But yeah, other games I want to be shorter. Yeah. But there's such a thing as too short. Like I played this horror game recently, and like it was fine. It was all right. It was the Junji Ito game, and it did feel too short. It was like 2 hours long. I was like, if it had more substance to it, maybe that would have been fine. But it was 2 hours that when the game. So after you beat the game and you need to there's like 3 total endings, and you want to get the other endings. The game gives you the option to start at the halfway point when the story diverges. So I'm like, if your game is 2 hours and then after beating it, they cut out an hour for convenience, that's not a good sign.
Yeah. Like Terminator 2D No Fate's probably a good example too. I beat that game in 48 minutes, and I was like, I wanted more. I wanted a lot more, but it's too short. China with a 2 says Nuka-Cola for Pepsi because it's my $2. Oh shit! The betrayal. Look at that. I like it. Thank you. Hey, listen, 2 is 2. That's $2 closer. Don with a 5 says, I'm so tired of remakes. Take risk, be conservative with your budget, and no DEI. I'm surprised the showcase didn't have a new Last of Us remake. Coke. That's because they're waiting for a PS6 before they announce the next remake. And then last on YouTube, Speedy Cake with a 10. In the original lore of Fallout, the Nuka-Cola company gets sued by Coca-Cola and won, if I remember rightly.
That's funny if true. I don't know. Like,
if that's true, it doesn't matter because China voted for Pepsi. So that's all that matters. Thank you, Speedy Cake. I appreciate that. Let's check over on Rumble, see what's going on Rumble, and we will keep going from there. We got Gray the Merchant for $1, Dr. Pepper, because fuck the rules. Also sold off 1K of my collection to my local card game store. Liberated from the CEDH, MTG. Leon knows what I'm talking about. All money is for Baby Merchant. Nice. Thank you. And then Great Merchant for $1.
Just a comment real quick before we move to the next one.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
So Tech the Drifter says, I need it, and I hear this argument a lot. It says, I need at least 1 hour of gameplay per $1. And I get that argument. However, I feel like there's some caveats to it that people never address. Like, if you want $1 per hour, that's fine, but you need to include replay value. Because, like, if you've got a game that's, 10 hours long and you paid $60 for it, but it's got like multiple characters. So you got like 10 hours for this character, 10 of that one, or you just got like, hey, here's a new game plus and adds other hours. So the $1 per hour needs to include the replay value.
Fair enough. Gray for the $1 says Mountain Dew reminds me of Atreus getting his ass whipped by Hypno in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Funny as fuck. Also, happy Valentine's Day. Atreus with his Big Shirley. Wizard with fake Portal. Love all. Thank you. I appreciate that. DJ Conic with a 5 says Mountain Dew. Who owns Mountain Dew?
Pepsi. Pepsi does, yeah.
All right, that's $6 for Pepsi. Let's fucking go. We scroll down. DJ Conic with a 2. Pepsi and Mountain Dew. I tried Hypno. You are trying, man. Thank you. That's another 2. We just don't have any big hitters. All the big hitters are for Coke, man. The big hitters left us. Gray the Merchant with $1. Minute Maid Pink Lemonade Coca-Cola. Refreshing for felting Hypno and praising the fake Portal. Shit, John
Wick. Let's go, man. Hell yeah, dude. I love this chat. This is actually my chat now, by the way.
That's crazy. Darren Soto with a 5. I'm sorry, Hypno, for roasting you. Have Coca-Cola to cheer you up. It's great for fresh men. It could fade off all your stress away. Listen, man, that wasn't nice. But that was a vote for Coke. All right, guys, we're just going to do the waifu battle countdown because I don't have another countdown. So if you want to get your votes in, now's the time. If anybody's going to save Pepsi, now would be the time. But I don't know if it's going to happen. This is getting concerning. I wish I could surprise Cassie. after the countdown, be like Pepsi won, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, we're gonna do it. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm waiting for Rumble because Rumble lags. Waiting. And that is it, boys.
Coke for the win.
That is 2 fucking weeks in a row that I got a loss. Demon Carol with a 2 says Mountain View. It's like Mountain Dew, but in 4K. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Then we got Twisted Master with a 10 for Coke. Let's go, Team Coke. Enjoy Cope Island Hypno. Yeah, I will definitely enjoy the game. Thank you. Toxin with the 2, Faye. The Netflix version. Fucking disgusting, bro. Stop it. Nobody likes the Netflix version of anything like that. Stop. Well, guys, it looks like with that being said, Coca-Cola is the Saturday night champion.
Let's go.
The final total, I'm going to put in the chat right now, is...
Before next week's episode... Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Before next week's episode, hit me up and let me know what you're choosing. And if we agree, choose the opposite. Like go with something.
I know. That's so true, man. Coke was at $619 versus Pepsi at $280 fucking dollars, boys. Come on, I swear to God, if I could have voted, I would have dropped a $500 Red Boy surprise right at the end, just to fucking piss people off. But I could not. So shout out to Coca-Cola fans out there. You won. You're joining the Superman fans in another win for the week. It's unbelievable, bro. I can't believe this, man. What an epic, like, God, we had an epic animation. We had everything. I gave it all. I gave it all. And nothing still. You guys let the polar bear win. The fucking polar bear.
Polar bear sweep, man. But hey, no, seriously, shout out to the Pepsi fans out there too. Because like y'all really brought it this week.
You're laughing.
He is laughing. He's fucking stickery. He's trying to do the whole he's trying to do the whole sportsmanship thing. Nobody believes you, bro. Stop it. Stop those sportsman nonsense. Nobody believes you. Next week we'll come up with another epic battle. We'll do something fun and we'll see what we can come up with. I'm sure you guys will have plenty of ideas. So let me know in the chat on Hypnocast or whatever, Griffcast, or even in these guys' chats. If you want to hop in and tell them some ideas, I'm sure they will gladly tell me as well. And we'll come up with something fun and we'll figure it out. Look at this. Look at this fucking troll. Look at this. Dare Soto with 2. Okay, I'll be nice. Here's a 2 for Pepsi. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you. And then Kang with a 189 Pepsi, Jerry Epstein's favorite drink, bro.
You haven't been reading the files, because anyone's been reading the files knows that grape soda was his favorite.
Yeah, grape soda.
Why am I not surprised? All right, let's do our outros. Sebi, what do you got going on?
Yep. Come and hang out with me. Tomorrow I'll be playing Split Fiction, and then later in the evening I will be in Sibcast with Chrissy Myers. So make sure to check me out. Oh, very nice. Is that your first show or no? Yeah, it's my first time being in Sibcast, so I'm excited. Nice. I hope you get many more Sims. Real life fake wizard. What's going on? Can you zoom out?
Yeah. Can I zoom out? Yeah, I can.
Actually, zoom back in. Those DSLs, bro.
Any better?
No, yeah, thank you. Hide those weapons of mass destruction, please. That's better. No SNH gaming tonight, guys. No SNH gaming. I have a very busy fucking weekend and a very busy week. But hopefully we can get back to SNH Gaming next week.
But next week we should fucking do Ghost Janders.
Oh my
Me
God,
and
that's-
Cindy played it this past weekend. Me and Cindy played Ghost
Dude.
Janders. That shit was a blast.
Either
Nice.
Ghost Janitors or we're gonna play that new Alien game. The fucking.
Oh, is that out yet? I knew it was coming.
Yeah,
out.
it's
Is that
out. It's
actually-
out. It's officially
Okay,
out.
I'll
I got
need to
gifted
get
it
that then.
yesterday. That shit will be hilarious. But anyway, it's fine.
By the way,
All right.
I don't know if you heard, my new PC is like the build is finished. I still need to install Windows one. I haven't gotten around to installing to doing a clean Windows install, but it is finished and built. So I'm almost ready to go.
Look at this, Mr. Rouge. Pepsi is and will always be the one. Only needs to watch two YouTube. Mr. Rouge, why did you help? Help us. We died. We died on the cross of Coke and a polar bear. Anyway, Wizard, what's going on, man?
Yeah,
Hope
man.
ozone
I'm a fake wizard. I make YouTube videos and check out fakeportal.com. Play some indie games. That's pretty much it, man. Good stream. Looking forward to next week.
Hell yeah. Mervoth with it too. Choose one of my ideas, and next week I'll be on your side. Man, that's a bribe. Leon, what's going on, man?
Yeah, no, great show. This is a blast. Absolutely loved it. Love chopping up about Silent Hill, all the games, the state of play. Like I said, state of play had some gems, had some real low lows. So getting able to hang out with you guys, talk about it was a blast. Knew from the moment that state of play ended on Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday, whatever fucking day it was, Thursday, there's like, oh, this is gonna make for a great episode. All in all, as for me, I am 599 away from that big 10K mark. So if anybody watching this is not subbed to Words of Paradise, come check that out. Let's get to 10K. It's going to be wild. We're almost there. And then just like every Saturday, immediately following SNH, we do Analog Horror Nights. We're going to be going over Oakburn Opus for the very first time. I've heard this is a great analog horror series. So if you like scary, spooky shit, then literally right when this is over, we're starting. And we'll have a good rest of the evening. And I'll see you guys for the Sunday special stream tomorrow.
Hell yeah. All right. Guys, you already know, man. Hypnocast every day, Sunday through Friday, 9 p.m., SNH, 8 p.m. Videos every day at 11 a.m. So check them out when you can. Support them if you can. And that's basically it, man. A lot of content. Gaming content's going to slow down next week. I'm just going to be ultra busy. But I should be able to do late-night gaming content instead of just the normal 5 p.m. Griffcast. So I'll let you guys know. But aside from that, it's all the same. Look at this. Adair Soto. What it do? Coke, cooker, and seating for Hypno. Thank you, Adair. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for the likes, comments, spamming the chat, super chatting, everything. I appreciate it. Hypno Mods, thank you guys so much for what you do as well. And the gifted games. Any gifted games before we leave? Anybody got any more gifted games? I don't know if you checked.
Don't think so, but that was a haul at the beginning, so I'm not bitching.
Yeah, not me.
All right, good. I just wanted to make sure we're clear. All right, guys. We will see you on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. We're going to go raid Leon now.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog or her cat was named Vagina.
I bring light. I bring light. I bring light. I bring light. I bring light.